Done.
Live.
We're live.
I just got hit. Yeah.
We're here. We're live.
What's going on, everybody?
How's it going, guys?
Howdy, howdy, everyone. And Aaron's in the house, and Derek's in the house, and Joe's in the house, and Eber's in the house. So who else is here? Speak up or forever hold your peace. Sorry, we got carried away in a pepper-related conversation. Go figure, right?
Right.
So what's going on, everybody? Yo!
Everybody around the country have crappy weather.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think the whole country had crappy weather.
Yeah, it's been like 30s and 40s and raining for days.
Hey, Rocky's in the house. Hey, Rocky.
You're right. Yep. So we're doing the roller coaster. So
Yeah.
we've been pretty chilly for mid-April here, and then going back to the 80s, and then Friday going back down. So it's making those plants work for a bit that are already outside.
Derek, did you have any kind of snow this morning?
I was just going to
wondering.
say, if he didn't, I'm surprised because usually what I get, he gets a day or two later.
Yep.
We had a good, 15 hours worth of snow yesterday.
And we got I think what we had this morning was just possibly like the very, very bottom tail of it or something like that. Because it wasn't really much of anything. It was more flurries than anything. But at one point it was coming down kind of nicely, and then but it wasn't really laying.
Right.
Just in cold spots like on decks and things.
Yeah.
Gage is in the house. What's going on Monday? Meetups live. What you see is what you get. So Derek must have just caught like the southern end of it or something. Because
Yeah.
Let's go engage.
yeah, watching on the radar, the whole storm just basically went right over the top of us.
Well, I'm glad it stayed north.
Gage says it was up to 66 today, but rain solid in the forecast for next week. I'd rather have rain.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob.
No, that was it. I'd rather have rain than snow.
Yeah. I think they're calling here Thursday and Friday. We're supposed to see 70s and possibly 80.
That's what mine's saying. It's going to mid-50s tomorrow and the next day, and then it's like 65, 70, 69, 70.
Yep.
So I'll take that.
Yeah,
I think I got.
Is it going down next Saturday?
I didn't go any further because I assume it's just going to go downhill again, and I don't want to.
It is. It is. Don't even look. It is. It sucks.
Aaron says 93 today. But yeah, the forecast here is saying upper 40s, lower 50s for 3 days, then dropping back down into the mid to upper 30s again for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I was so depressed I didn't want to look any further.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're supposed to have pretty nice weather until Friday. And then Friday is supposed to go downhill for a couple of days again. So, I mean, downhill meaning our time, of year here is going to be in the 40s and then highs in the 60s, maybe low 50s, whatever. But that's pretty crappy for, that time would be April 14th, somewhere around there. So you're mid-April and, you're still getting crappy temperatures here. Way down in the southern area. So, well, that's the cards that were dealt this year. And I could foresee that even back in December when we got snow. So if you're in the Houston area and you get snow in December like 3 times, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was like dead set on waiting to take my plants out until Easter. Maybe I should have waited another week or two now, but I've already started the process, so keep on trucking on.
But yeah, last year I was had my plants out, to harden them off in March yet. The end of March, I was putting them out for 3-4 hours a day every day.
Yeah. Well, maybe next year will be one of those years again that was fairly nice with temperatures early on in the winter/spring.
Yeah, we always have those like weird twists like between the seasons where it'll be like warm one day and the next day it's like almost freezing and then it's warm again like 80s and then it's almost freezing.
Oh, Scott's in the house. Hey, Scott.
Yeah, that and it's always windy here.
Yeah, we're always windy here. I mean, always.
Yep.
I mean, like I said, my plants always get beat to crap. I mean, that's just how it is. So,
But
yeah.
Charles, do you guys have wind farms down there?
Mm, not so much in my area.
And about 100 miles south of here, there's probably 1,500 windmills.
Most of our windmills, well, that I've seen, well, they're in different parts of Texas, but like as soon as you go I-10, if you're familiar with Texas, like junction to like El Paso area, like kind of where like Russ and all them are, that whole stretch back there, there's tons of windmills. But once you get past San Antonio, go kind of a little northwest, there's tons of windmills over that area. And I imagine there's probably maybe where Scott's area is as well.
My dad's friend, well, you can't see him. Those two deer, I shot them on his property. He has land that he leases out, and they have windmills on there. Those giant ones where each blade is like 2 tons, but like they're balanced so perfectly that a gentle breeze can make that thing actually start moving. And he gets like a ton of money for that too.
Well, on top of that, he gets free electricity for the house too.
Yeah, I don't know about what the deal is with that, but
Yeah,
he's making a ton of money off of it.
well, here, if you let them put a windmill on your property, you get free power for the house. So if it's a good sized farm, it can be worth a lot. Plus, you get rent for the area that they take up, and that's usually pretty good money for that too.
Nice.
Yeah, we're not allowed to have them here.
Oh, it's a tourist area.
Well, yeah, that and like birds. They come up with dumb excuses. I don't see people don't have them. My point is like, okay, go like 30 miles in. I mean, it's still like wind right off the ocean, and it's kind of flat for a long ways. You can put them inland. They don't have to be like right there on the beach next to you, you know. But no, we have the brewing station. They have a windmill at they actively run. There's a couple other people. I can't remember who else, but the power company has like 3 of them. Like one with like the big propeller. You know, it's not that. I mean, well, I guess it is probably pretty big. Like the motor area is probably like that big, like 5 foot long or something like that. And then I don't know, 3-foot blades or maybe 4-foot blades or something. They got one of them, and then they got the kind with like the swivel kind of thing. I'm doing that wrong, but it's kind of like a corkscrew kind of look, and it's like hollow in the center. They've got one of those, and you always see that thing spinning really quick. And then they've got a couple more that just look like bars. I don't even know if they are them, but I help pay for them, but I don't get any discounts.
If you go along I-90, which is about 10 miles north of the Iowa border, there's one section that's about 15 miles long, and I counted every windmill I could see during that section. And there were well over 350 windmills just within view of the interstate running through there.
That's how where I was talking about in Oklahoma, that's what that was like. It was like, it looked like a sea. It was just like, as far as you could see, it was just like a sea of windmills all throughout there.
Huh.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
So they got them here, but they're over in the mountains.
Yeah, I've seen a lot like up in on the turnpike in Pennsylvania, like in Somerset area. You'll
Yep.
see them all up in there.
Oh, look what Aaron wrote. Look up solar farm in the SoCal desert. Focuses the sun's reflection to a central tower. Laughing out loud, it lights up the lights the birds up like comets. I can imagine because all that sunlight being directed to one central spot, it gets really hot there. You know, right at that spot. Well, everybody knows that. I'll shut up now.
It's gonna be that hot anyway.
Not 1,500 degrees hot.
No, probably not.
Yeah, that's why it heats the water up so much.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna hit no 1,500.
Unless there's an accident at the news station, like forecasted. There,
Yeah.
on YouTube, there's just one in the Phoenix area that they got everything totally wrong, and this guy has one of the funniest clips where he's like just looking and reading the temps on. He's like, now down here in the near the Cave Creek area, it's 2,300 degrees, and down up here in this area right here, well, this is just a total loss. 2,698 degrees. I think still melts at that temperature. So just get out. It's done. There's nothing even going to be standing in that area. Have you ever seen that clip? It was pretty funny. But he went along with it. So, I mean, at least he just didn't freak out. He just played along and said, like, this is a mistake, whatever they put on the graphic, and I'm just going to still do the weather.
Dylan's in the house. Freaky Geek is in the house. Hey, guys.
Hey, Dylan. Hey, Freaky.
So freaky.
But yeah, I love living in the country, I tell you. Helps the wind blow nice and straight. I'd love to put a small windmill in the backyard. Excuse me, but in town you can't put anything up over 30 feet tall. So you're limited to like half a megawatt.
Julian's. Hey, Julian, how's it going? Chad's in the chat. Hey, Chad, how's everything going? Gage has a question. Yeah, and that's about it for now.
Hey, Jillian. Hey, Chad. Yep, I'm skipping over that question, so don't bother asking.
Oh.
What's up, Chad?
Every time I stand up, I'm happy. Hey,
Hey, Russ.
Russ is in the house. Brent's in the house. Other Rob's in the house.
So,
I caught that earlier.
What's up, bro?
Rob.
To answer
didn't
the
bring it
question of what's up, look up and answer. Oh, the ceiling's up there, ceiling fan, lights. That's what's up.
yeah, Gage has a hashtag.
Yeah, we're just going to let that subject go.
Well, Susie's in the house. Hey, Susie.
What's up, Russ?
What's up, Susie?
Yeah, we're just Rob. He's been watching Frozen, so he's just gonna let it go. So he saw that snow, and he's like, "That's a good Disney movie to watch." So we'll just watch Frozen, and that's his slogan: "Let it go."
So Eva's asking, Dave, did you finish the bottle?
No, I didn't. I haven't touched it.
Has Donna?
No, she fought the urge.
Oh, should have.
So y'all both gonna finish it on Thursday?
Yeah. We're both gonna be like in the living room.
Susie's in the house. Hey, Susie.
I predict after 3 or 4, this guy taps out and Batman wins. Because I know he can handle his drink.
We'll see. We'll see how the battle royale plays out.
But you know, Dave, you should go grab that bottle now and a shot glass and just test and see how much warmer it is since the last time.
I had that thought of trying just at least a shot, just because I wanted, because I've been shaking it up, like you said, at least a couple times a day.
Right.
Yep.
I think this is also Rob's way of getting you to start taking.
I was only suggesting it to see how it's going because if it jumps a lot by next time, you don't want to be surprised.
Yeah.
Right? If it jumps a lot more by Thursday.
Yeah.
Hey, Paula.
Paula's in the house. So if you went and got your bottle, I'll go and get my bottle and I'll take a shot with you.
And I'll just sit here and keep drinking my beer.
I got water. I'm boring. When I don't have beer to drink, apparently I drink a lot of water. Like my parents were in town and we went through 5 gallons in like 3 days. And I was like, what the heck, man? Like they drink a lot of water. And then they left and I went through another 5 gallons in like 3 days. And I'm like, oh crap, that was all me. I usually drink a lot of water, but not that much water.
Yeah, Susie, I saw that. That was sad.
No, I haven't heard about that one.
What Donna pointed out after last week, she said, you know, there was a shot glass right over on the counter as I was using that big old glass. It's pewter, but it's a shot glass.
Oh, you mean the man shot glass?
Yeah, yeah. We're not going with that tonight.
That is step 1 of how to have too much to drink in a night. Having an oversized cup.
What did we figure? That was about 6, 7 shots by the time it was all said and done.
Something like that. But they might have been double shots too.
Yeah, that first one was pretty pretty big. Donna, just text me.
Matthew Smith's in the chat. He's asking too, Rob. He's not answering these questions. He's letting it go. But I think he's aware that Raymond did the Rubik's Cube challenge, and we'll have to see how this unfolds. That's all we got to say. It's not the outcome I think that we were wanting.
Matthew's in the house.
See, Rob, I actually got a shot glass tonight.
Oh, and Marcy's here too. What's up, Marcy?
It's pewter.
Hey, Marcy.
Well, I don't have a shot glass, but I got a souffle cup, and it's over an ounce.
Thanks, Ross.
Ross. Drinks are on, Ross. Whew.
Smell hotter?
It's like vodka doesn't normally have really a smell, but again, it's just when you first open it, you get blasted.
Yeah. Smells like rubbing alcohol.
And Dave, after this shot, we're stopping you. I mean, whatever we can do on this end to make you stop, we're holding off till Thursday.
Well, there's that much left, so it's over half the bottle still.
Wait, hold that back up again?
It's right here. It's over half still.
No, for
Unless
some reason, I don't know why, it looked like a small bottle. And I was like, why is there so much left in there? No, that's like normal size.
All right, Rob, ready?
Gage, did Bat send out the Tito's? No, not sent out. They just met at a mutual location and exchanged.
That's what we're going with.
Oh,
Okay, Dave, you stop. Rob, you can continue.
Ooh. Yeah, it's a little warmer. It's got a nice little burn on the throat right now.
all the way down.
Yeah, I can feel it going down through the chest.
Oh, that's at first initial shock of the vodka going down is the hard part, but the flavor, man.
Now, Rob, when you tried that a few seconds ago, did you hold it in your mouth and swish it around? You sure you did? I didn't see that. You want to try?
I didn't swish it, but I held it in my mouth.
I think
I'll have to go back and watch the videos because I brought it up against the front of the mouth and
It
switched
didn't look
it
that
everywhere I
way.
went.
I think try another one. That's how it started for Dave last Monday.
Woo. Man, we started it off early tonight.
But that's the only one you get,
Uh,
and the only one I get.
Well, that's good. I didn't want to get too crazy now. I'm
Dave's
waiting for Thursday.
Dave's sitting there thinking, like, this is my bottle. Don't tell me I can't have
I'm
it.
just gonna sit here and hold it.
I swear, if there's half the bottle left for Thursday, I'll be good. Then it's, I swear, if there's a quarter of the bottle left by Thursday, I'll be good.
Off the pour to shine I got in there from Rich in there, and so that way, you know,
Oh,
I wouldn't be able to get up.
I got some room and am doing with once I get fresh pods, or gonna do it too. Okay, it makes it really good. The vodka intensifies the heat, but excuse me, he doesn't stay around for very long.
I will say the flavor is definitely even. I mean, that flavor is actually getting really good. There's actually almost like a sweetness to it now from the pepper.
I get the citrus and the heat. I don't get a sweet out of it.
There's like a bit of just a hint of a sweetness to it. And we all know how I like the sweetness.
Normally I don't do vodka straight, but mixing the hot vodka with Pepsi is really good, or with orange juice is even better.
I actually even got a little bit of a burn on my lip. Just a hint of it, just a tingle of it.
Nice one, Freaky. That is awesome.
If you don't make it to work the next day, I think the rum wins. Yeah. Oh, I can still feel the heat slowly dissipating down my throat.
Jeez, Gage. Gage put like 6 or 7 Reaper brains in his.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, because them Reaper brains are no joke.
I put 3 grams of ahi lemon drop powder in there, and that's probably 6 or 8, maybe 10 ahi lemon drops. Somewhere right in there.
What's up, Brandon?
Well, I am trying something new. I have never done it. Rehydrating dried peppers. I've heard people do it with water, but I'm trying it with vinegar. And I put a couple lemon drops, a brain strain, and a ghost pepper in some just to see how it. And they're not clicking off the side of the glass anymore. They're cool. Actually softening up. I just put them in there yesterday. Because I've heard a couple of sauce makers that I've talked to a couple of sauce makers. They do that with dried pods.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yep.
Well, it's just like taking watermelon and dehydrating it down. You know, you get about 5% of it left. But if you take that and throw it into a bowl of distilled water, it'll take and absorb it right back up and go right back to its original size.
Huh.
Doesn't taste quite the same and not as crunchy, but yeah, it'll absorb all the water right back in. Now, the molecular structure of vinegar is a little bit bigger, so it's going to take a little bit longer for it to soak in. Where water, it should soak up a lot faster.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen people take full pods, bell peppers, throw them in water, and within 4 hours, they're completely rehydrated.
Huh.
What's
Kinda
up,
like some of
Julian,
my-
and what's up, Bernie?
Some of my plants look like they're dehydrated. You can put them in water and they come right back up. That's still amazing how plants do that.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I get to watch that almost every week.
Yeah, we do too because we watch your video clip.
Nah, I leave a lot of that out.
Yeah, but you include a lot of it too.
Yeah. I had one the other night. Tom seen it that I
was-
really didn't think it was coming back.
Yeah, you sent me the
And-
picture. I'm like, you're good. It'll be fine.
Yeah. And I'm like, dude, it was soft. The stalk on it was soft. I'm like, the leaves were turning that dark, dying green, and went to bed that night. No signs of it. Life coming back, and the next morning it was boop. It was right back up, saying, "Haha."
I have some that are lost in the canopy jungle, and pretty much like most of their leaves are just gone and dead and stuff. But you could see the new growth coming out of the nodes. So I'm like, well, it ain't giving up yet. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe in rehab or whatever for a little bit, but it'll go out there eventually. Because I mean, I've dealt with a lot of them that just look totally like crap. I mean, just utter. I mean, like I thought I killed them or whatever. Like one of my Chinese five colors last year, and that was one of my best plants. I think it was. I mean, when I finally got going, it looked great. So
The Chinese 5-color.
yeah, but it was like death for a while there. I don't know what the hell I did. I mean, I forgot to water it or something. I don't know what something happened with it, but it came back and man, it was a trooper and it looked good.
Those Chinese 5-color do really, really good. Like, you're in like the 5-gallon buckets or bigger, but man, you put them in ground and look out. Last year, the two I had out front, one of them hit about 4 foot, but when I had them up at the church plot 2 years ago, wow, we're talking 5 to 6 feet tall, all of them. I had 4 of them up there, and just pods galore.
Yeah.
I mean, that sucker didn't quit producing. I mean, it was in November before I finally,
Oh yeah.
middle of November.
And mine were in 3-gallon fabric pots, but they're 2.5, 3 foot tall.
Hmm.
They're just all day long, just constant. And of course, just with the Chinese 5-color, very seedy.
Yeah.
Very, very, very seedy.
Yeah, because I mean, I really, really like it, but those seeds are just, I'm spitting seeds out because I'm out there just picking them and eating them.
Yeah.
And the seeds in them are just, you're spitting seeds out while you're going
Right.
because they really are loaded.
Hey Raymond, what's going on?
Hey,
Howdy,
Ray.
howdy. Learning Curve Acres is also here.
Yeah, Marcy.
That's Marcy? Okay.
Okay. I couldn't remember her name.
And I don't think I said hi to Julian either.
Oh yeah, I didn't say hi either. What's up, Julian? I thought there was someone else too.
And then going back to what Julian was saying earlier, yeah, PLC man, you just post whatever you have a question about or something you need help with. I guarantee you there'll be a bunch of people, either on the board on the PLC or like do hangouts or whatever. They'll help you out and get you going in the right direction.
Yep. And you don't deal with, I'm going to be nice, stupid, idiotic egos like you do in a lot of communities. I don't knock Facebook just because I'm very active in there, just because business wise, I kind of have to. But in a lot of the communities, majority of the people are good. Good people, good chili heads, good down to earth people. But you got those handful or two that just try to ruin it for everybody because their egos it's like, dude, really? You take your pants off just like anybody else does. You sit on a toilet and crap just like any other dude. So you're not somebody.
Everyone here, everyone who's in the chat has made mistakes. We've all killed plants. All of our leaves turn yellow. All of something, it looked like crap or something. We did the same thing someone else did. I can guarantee it. There's no one just automatically started out perfect and get it nailed down.
Oh no, I am so good at it. I am so
because you know why? Because you talk to the plants and ask them if they need more soil.
My favorite part about that statement is I think it was yesterday's video that I put out. It was like right at the very first 4 seconds. I'm like, oh, this one's dead.
On the new video?
Yesterday's.
Yesterday's, yeah.
Then I went today too.
That one's transplanting the super hots. Today's was ahi.
Land of Ahi or something.
Land of Ahis or something.
Freaky.
I was like, quick, I need a title. And for some reason, because I made it and then edited it and named it that night, and then woke up the next day and looked at it, and it was called Winning. And I'm like, I am not naming what title my video Winning.
Well, you'd be taking a Charlie Sheen's thunder.
Yep. I don't have enough tiger blood.
Yeah. Oh, and Eber wants to mention that he has a giveaway going.
Oh, yeah.
If you would like to guess from the number 1 to 300, and I forgot the number, Eber, I'm sorry. But just take a guess on that post. And
I'll take a guess. 386? Was that the end number?
It could have been.
I don't know. It's just a guess.
77.
Then I think, well, he's not on here. Chris Garden, I think he's doing a giveaway too. Oh, what's up? 384.
Oh, Rocky.
And then, hello, Anthony.
Yeah, when you put plants out in the rain in double cups, it's never going to end well.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. I missed Anthony. What's up, Anthony?
What's up, Anthony?
I saw people saying hi to Anthony, but I didn't see his actual post. I thought everybody was screwing with me.
I can't eat a few of mine, but other than that, I haven't killed any. Well, I can't say that. I killed almost 200.
I'm not going with I killed any this year. I had plants that died. They were quitters. They clearly were not good enough to make it to the forest, and yeah, heck with them. That's just casualty of growing.
Yeah, and I guess I can't say I killed them either because it was the circuit breaker tripping and the heaters going off by him and all of them freezing.
Yeah, I mean my reasons for killing mine are usually I kill them in the 72 cell tray when they're in between the seedling stage and the starting to be a plant, whatever the hell you want to call that. That's usually my bad area. And then this year has been because I can't find them in the inner web of canopy jungle crap that is my 4x8 tent. So those are my two things.
Huh. I got 72 lemon drop peppers. I got a whole tray, and I lost 2 the other day. I don't know what happened, but man, you talk about it's like getting smacked in the face or something. 2 plants out of 72, and I was pissed.
72 isn't enough.
Oh, they are here for the way they produce hair.
No, that's not enough.
I average 3.5 to 4 pounds typically per plant.
Okay.
I know. It's not enough. I got more coming from the local garden center. Don't worry. He's got some. I've hooked up with the local garden center, and he's starting me. Let's see, 50. I think 100 plants. Not just lemon drops, but lemon drops and ghost peppers.
That's pretty cool that they actually have ghost peppers that you can actually go out and buy now.
Yeah, you can go get those Bonnie plants at like your neighborhood box, like Home Depot, Lowe's. And,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, but the only bad part is I haven't seen it yet, but it might be just my area because I think they did it. Maybe it was just in my area. They don't sell like the 6-packs or the 12-packs or anything anymore. They sell 1 3-inch pot, and if you're lucky, you get 2 plants out of it, and it costs you almost $4.
I deal with Bonnie every year. That's who we deal with at the store, and it takes me off. I actually want to dump them. I want to go with another company, but my boss wants to stick with Bonnie. So, because most people, especially like in these urban areas or areas like ours and stuff, outside of the cities, people plant gardens. They don't plant just 1 or 2 or 3 plants. They don't want 1 plant for $4. They want a 6-pack.
Yeah, and if you're like me, you want I want as many seed or starts that I can see in that 6 or 9-pack or even 12-pack, and that's how I would do it. I'd wash down the roots and separate all the plants and everything. That way, no matter what I got, like a 6-pack, well, I'm coming away with at least 12 or 13.
Mm-hmm. Well, I look at people want to go to the improvement stores, and the new thing is the big gigantic tomato plants that have the little plastic trellis already on them or whatever, like $17 for this tomato. Yep. That if you do it right, you get that thing. I mean, hell, it's not hard to start a tomato. I mean, you can go and you feed it the right thing, man, you can get that damn tomato plant up quick. And you're paying $17 for that. I mean, I have tomatoes. You just go anywhere and get tomatoes, seeds and stuff. Anyway, that's just me. I wouldn't pay $17 for a plant that's this big, that has a big base and everything else. Hell with that. No.
I don't remember what I paid. I think I want to say it was like $4 or $5, but it was the same planter you're talking about. It was like I don't know, 3-4 gallon pot or whatever, and it had a trellis that was probably 24 inches tall. And it clipped right in and everything. And I bought it at the box store, but it was on sale. It was like, whatever you said, like $26 for that thing. And it was on markdown. It was a jalapeno, and I put it in my aquaponic garden.
Okay.
I think that was the first year Dave was watching me.
Yeah.
Took a jalapeno, just stuffed it right in, and took that trellis off and stuck it right into the rock. Yep, because I'm pretty sure there was a couple videos where I was still swearing.
One of the first videos I remember from you was when you took all the gravel out and was outside the greenhouse, hosing it and cleaning it out. You took a hose.
Yeah, I remember that one. That sucked.
Because one of the last, I think the last video you did inside the greenhouse, I don't know why I started thinking about it. I was like, I wonder when the last time he cleaned all that gravel.
That was the last time.
Dude, that was like 3-4 years ago.
Oh yeah, no. After that, I was like, oh heck with this. I went to Walmart, and in the fishing section, they've got red wigglers. So I just released I have it written down on one of the posts how many red wigglers I've put into the beds, because they just get down there and eat all the organic matter and pretty much give you worm castings within the beds. So yeah, I got around that. That was a lot of work in that video.
be like me and spend money on worm castings and worms.
If you just get the worms, you'll get the castings.
You know,
As long as you can keep them. And I got the plastic beds in the greenhouse. They can't go anywhere. And if they do, they get flushed down the drain, and then the fish will eat them. Win.
Just like using the worm castings. So I've always done that in the soil. I'm afraid of Julian because he's the only one he calls me out.
Yeah, Bonnie actually never bought. They never even brought the ghost peppers to our store.
Yeah, they had them here. I mean, that's where the two in my indoor garden came from.
And the guy that works our area, he subscribed to my channel, Facebook, everything. He watches what we do and stuff like that, and he knows that he never brought the ghost peppers. I'm like, dude, you're a jerk.
Yeah. I mean, you'll have a couple sales, and not only that, but you'll have other people buying it. Like, what? The world's hottest pepper, the ghost pepper. You know, not knowing that no. Although I did just was watching Ed Curie's video yesterday, I think it was, and he said that he just got another Guinness Award.
Yeah, he had it retested.
What, the Reaper?
Yeah, they had it retested, and they used a third party instead of Guinness's facility. In other words, they were trying to, because of all the backlash that's come up in the last year and a half or so. They had it sent to a whole different no connection with them facility to actually have it tested, and it ended up, I think it was like 1.6 something or something like that is what it came in at. So it came in actually hotter than the original.
Well, I looked at Johnny Scoville's One of Hell. He had so many videos lately. And I watched one of them, and he was showing he's like super excited about his 10,000 subscribers and stuff, and saying that Burns and McCoy helped him with it. I know you probably know what it is, but Burns and McCoy helped him with it. So I have a feeling what it's in the neighborhood of.
Yeah, they actually sponsored it, Burns and McCoy.
Yeah. So if you never had any Burns and McCoy sauce, they're the ones that make extra esco. So you know there's some kind of 7-pot primo involved in this.
Did you order his new sauce?
Which one is that one?
Crap. You asked me too fast. I can't remember what it's called. It just came out.
No, but I could do that shortly.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, I guess, pretty freaking hot.
Well, if it's hotter than extra esco, hell with it. I'll probably do it. But
yeah, I mean, it's blowing up on Facebook right now. People, especially in the For Love of Hot Sauce community, people have been getting their orders since they released it, I guess, the other day.
Yeah, let me look and see what we got going on with the old Burns and McCoy.
I have yet to try any of his sauces.
They're good. I mean, you do any of the Greek mythology series, really good. That verde sauce that they make. There's a bunch of them that are really good.
They said he's got a lot of sauces that aren't like the super hot ones that are extremely good.
Yep. Well, we made that one that I never got to. They never like put out much that with the chicken. I can't say it right. I'm gonna screw it up. The little grasshoppers.
Oh yeah.
But I never got that one. I tried just for the hell of it.
Heck, that was when Johnny Squabble sat there and ate the freaking grasshoppers.
Yeah.
Freaky, how to test the heat of a pepper. That would be the Scoville scale, and pretty much how that works, I believe, is they take whatever the level it is, like say a jalapeno, they just take it pure, and whatever that heat level is, they dilute it by 50%, and that's like a Scoville. And then they dilute that by 50%, and then that's 2 Scoville or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But it's some goofy little scale like that. I have no clue how the heck they do that. So to do that, would you have the same guy eat it, the same thing over like 30,000 days? Because taste buds differ, so that's a dumb system.
The history of the Scoville scale was the scientist's last name was Scoville, I believe. But
Yeah.
what they were doing was they were taking peppers and eating them and measuring it as to how many drops or sprays they were using a spray bottle. How many sprays of a spray bottle of water it took to take and get that heat out of your mouth. So like you were saying, Rev, you take the pepper, you cut it in half, cut it in half, cut it in half, and then they take that and eat it, and then they measure how much water it takes to get rid of it. And with that, they can extrapolate out how many Scoville heat units there are in a particular pepper. And it's not a very exact science, or it wasn't anyway. Now with the chromatographs or whatever they're called, they can go in and split it up and tell what it is a whole lot easier and a whole lot more accurate than that. Because, like you said, one person's taste test versus another person's taste test, it's all over the board.
Yeah.
But that was the way that it started. How much water does it take to get rid of the heat in that particular pepper?
So Dave, it's a Deverandum.
Deverandum, there it is.
It looks, pretty satanic looking. So, yes, I'll be ordering that tonight, and I'll be doing that taste test on that soon. If they have any left, I think they do though.
I'm sure they will. He's not one to make like small batches, as far as I could tell. I don't know. Derek's had more, I think, interaction with them than I ever have. But I'm a small guy. He kind of doesn't really chat with me. He likes my comments to him, but he don't really chat with me.
Have a good night, Eber. We'll see you probably Wednesday.
Later, Eber.
Later, Eber.
See ya.
Susie says, "Hey Rob, by the way, I saw your unboxing video. Probably the one from Scott, or the last one from Scott. Cool. Yeah, my video today, I was disappointed in those habanero peanuts, I tell you.
I didn't watch it yet.
Thanks a lot."
Well, I eventually get to you guys' videos.
Yeah.
So I guess I could do a video comparison, since I haven't had Exoresco in a while. I could do Exoresco versus Deverandum.
That'd be cool.
You still have the last dab?
I still have the last dab.
You should do all three, just to get the last dab in the title, because that'll get you a bunch more views.
Yeah.
It also gives me the thumbs down too when you say the last dab is not the hottest. Because I'm sorry, it's not the hottest.
That's okay. Thumbs down act just like thumbs up. It's all traction.
And this time when you do it, have a minimum of 2 cameras going and make sure that they're going.
Yes.
2 different angles.
Or if you do screw up, just wait until the next day.
Yeah, I shouldn't have done it 5 or 10 minutes apart. All right, so I got some Deverandum coming.
Nice.
Thanks for telling me that. I haven't looked at the website in a while. So
I'm waiting to see if Derek does that one, because he did all the other ones.
Cherry and Trinidad Moruga Scorpion.
Ooh, yeah, that's it. I knew there was a fruit. So, I'm interested to see if they master the fruit flavor like you did.
Let's see. Yeah, that's what I go for then. I go for fruit.
Yep.
Okay, so it was Wilbur Scoville in 1912. Now they use high-performance liquid chromatography. Yeah, I had the words a little bit mixed up, and I forgot Wilbur's first name.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, what for? Okay, to measure the capsicanoid concentration. That makes more sense.
Yeah,
because that's what I'm looking for. But I'm not one of those people. I don't need it to be exactly like, if they say jalapeno is 2,500 to 5,000 and it's 7,500, I don't care. I just want a roundabout number. But I mean, same thing with anything else. Like, unless you're talking about like, oh, I don't know, we just got it tested, man. The results just came back, and it's like, 2.5 million or something. Like, when it's getting up there, then okay, maybe I don't even want to try it. But I mean, for the most part, if you're like, yeah, ahi, like 30,000, I'm like, okay, I know about where that heat is. That's no problem.
Yeah. Be interesting. Gage was saying it's the last dab made with Reapers. Rumor has it it's hotter. Yeah, I got the original. Uh,
No, last stab's not made with Reapers, or it's
The
made with
new,
Reapers.
no,
too, right?
they have a Reaper
they
version.
have, yeah, they have a Reaper version now.
Yeah, because
Oh, that sucks.
I've got a lot of crap on my video about saying I get a fake or did I get the Reaper one because mine was more red and all this other stuff. No, I waited 2 months for that crap. That's why
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
ordering another one either.
Well,
I
they
did.
came out with a video that quote explained why some of them are redder than the.
Sure, you can tell me whatever you want. I'm never waiting 2 months again for a hot sauce.
No, no, I'm with you on that.
I'll have this Burns and McCoy here by the end of the week,
If not sooner.
if not sooner. So
Oh,
I like that kind of service and not wait for this mysterious Pepper X and everybody want to buy it and you wait 2 months and then your order tracking number didn't get right, wasn't right or something in the order, so they couldn't tell you and then they just were going to notify you. Then they finally notify you and then you get all this crap. And then you finally get it. Nah, I'll pass. I got it. I tried it. Yeah, that's another thing, Gage. $20 for that stuff plus
and
shipping.
Yeah.
Plus shipping. That was
Yeah.
$9.99. I just bought it $9.99. Of course, there's shipping involved with that as well. So you're $5 or $6, but still $9.99 for the sauce. And then that's anything. I mean, even on PLC in the marketplace, our shipping is $7.25 because that's how we're going to ship it. We're going to just ship it in a flat rate box. So that's what you get with most people who do sauces. That's why it's always kind of the better thing to do 2 or 3 because at least you fill in a box, or unless that sauce maker has other things to offer too to fill the box. So it's like you're not getting the sauce and that's it.
Good night, learning curve bakers.
Later, Marcy.
Marcy, that's it. Sorry.
Hey, Marcy.
That's just like I was sending back some greenhouse material stuff to because I said on my video I ordered the wrong snap clamps for my structure for the PVC. So it said on the green. Oh, well, I'm not going to tell you the company I used to get those 4-foot snap clamps, but they said to go to here first. So it was the other one, not the post office. So I went there and like the snap clamps cost like I think I don't know $40-something and they didn't pay for return shipping if you had to exchange it. They wanted almost $40 to ship this crap back. I'm like, well, no, I'm not going to do that because that's ridiculous. I'm going to pay $40 to ship it back, and it's cost $40, even though they're going to exchange and do whatever else. I'm like, that's ridiculous. And just amazing how they could ship it to you for, I know it's a business, but $7 and it's $40 to ship it back to them. But I went to the post office and it worked out. It was $12.50. So
Nice.
I'm always like a real stickler about that because I'm not paying to send it back to you. Like if your thing's all messed up and there's like warranty, you send me a sticker and I'll put it on there and then I'll ship it out. But
this was my fault because I didn't pay attention to inner diameter, outer diameter. So it said to look at the chart. So it's on me on this one. It is my mistake, not theirs. I ordered what they told me that they were sending me, but I just ordered the wrong size.
If that were me, I would like just shove that box in the corner of the garage and just remember like, okay, we're going to build another shade structure. What size pipe do I need for those clips? Because that's going to be the other one. No way I'm calling up and like admitting that I did something wrong like that. Like I don't mind admitting it. I'd put it on a YouTube video, but I'm not gonna like call up that company and remind them.
Well, no, I just said, tell them I made a mistake and I ordered the wrong size. I should have ordered a 1/4 inch bigger. So that's it. It's all good.
Well, I see Gage says he ordered Esco and they sent him a free bottle of Rojo sauce. Have you tried it?
The Rojo? I
Yeah.
haven't had the Rojo.
Gage, is it good or?
Johnny Scoville loves it.
Yeah.
What? It's Burns and McCoy who makes Espresso?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay, gotcha.
That's part of the series. So, I mean, you got that whole whatever Greek or mythology series or whatever. So I guess this is the newest one of the series that Ever Random or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Derek says he'll have it one way or another.
Yeah.
Diablo Rojo. Really good. Nice.
Yep.
I think it's time I tap into their company and get me some of their sauces. I'm trying to let mine dwindle down some because I don't use sauce as much as I do powder. So
Yeah. And the thing is, if you looked at Scoville's YouTube videos and stuff, and you see when he goes to the plant, and, the guy just seems so down to earth and really cool. You could tell he's a chili nut. He just loves hot stuff. He's like, here, try this crap. He's like, he's just so pumped up about you trying whatever he's got to offer.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. In old Fort Collins, Colorado. That's where they're located.
Why do I feel like I've been through Fort Collins? I'm willing to put money that I have not been through Fort Collins.
Well, Scott, at least you made it back.
Yeah. Welcome back, Scott.
That's what counts.
And then
I was right. I was not through Fort Collins.
that's
But you felt like you were.
Well, I've heard it so many times that I kind of convinced myself that maybe I've been to Fort Collins. I don't know. No, I definitely for sure was not. I was never to Denver. I almost made it there, but I took that whatever route down, like 395 or something like that. And went down to Pueblo and then went down to Alamosa.
Matt, it's better late than never. It's only an hour.
It starts at 9-ish.
You're down the street from not down the street, but down the way from me. So same time, 8:00.
Ish.
Oh yeah, your time.
Yeah,
8:00 ish.
yeah. It's all because of me because I have to get up early and it was killing me to do the stand up till 12:30, 1:00. So it's all good.
Yeah, so you can get your extra hour of sleep. I have to hurry up and get the shop closed down, get home, get something to eat, and be here within an hour And I'm just teasing, of course.
I got to get a beauty rest at night, so I mean it's just a given.
I'm not. And this cat will not stop trying to eat my peppers. Maybe the cat thinks it's catnip. Or catmint.
So, Charles, how was it on Thursday night? I was out at the kitchen, so I didn't really get to watch.
I enjoyed it. I had a great time. Aaron and Bethany are awesome hosts.
Yeah, I had a fun time in the chat.
Yeah.
So it's not too different than, kind of the pre-show and after-show. Same kind of antics we kind of have here a little bit.
Oh, so very, very professional.
Exactly.
Oh. ABC quality.
So yes, you're gonna have a blast, Dave.
Is that comment for Dave, Freaky?
Yeah. Rob, I see your face.
Yeah, Derek's on nights.
Yeah.
This has a stipulation that he cannot make it fall on his plants anymore. So
Yeah, make sure you secure that thing up this time.
secure it, Derek.
Yeah, Dave, I listened to that. I was in the chat and Aaron was like announcing like the who was gonna win the light, and I typed it all out and everything. I'm like, I hope that I win because I'm just gonna give it back too, so you can just give it up again next week, like building your audience and everything. And right, like I was just about done. I proofread it and make sure there was no typos, and I went to hit the enter button, and Aaron was like, "If you're not really gonna win this light, like don't even bother entering." I'm like, man, I just hit backspace. I don't know. I just thought that would be great, man. Like, okay, yeah, I won it, so just do it again.
I mean, I came in for a little bit, but man, I was hurting and I was tired. I got there near the end.
Dave and Batman are gonna go shot for shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think hands down, Batman's going to win that one.
I don't know how many beers is he gonna be drinking in between.
Well, that's what I'm
Maybe you got a
hoping that, you know, I'm gonna text him about 5, 6 o'clock and tell him, hey, I think you need to start drinking on the beers a little bit, get yourself all pumped up for the show. I'm coming on, you know, get him all hyped up and watch. He's probably watching now. I'm like,
No, it's not right now. It'll be like on Thursday at like 5 o'clock when he gets a text like, what? All right.
Charles, did they do it like we do it on the Hangouts? Send an invite or?
Yep.
Okay. So it's pretty okay.
See? Like the professionals.
Yeah. That's right. If Kang comes on, he might give Batman a run for the money. Yeah, I've heard Kang can handle his drinkage.
His liquidated beverages.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering where I was going, not where I was going wrong, but I was wondering if Bat and Bear were going wrong because I was watching their podcast and it wouldn't show like we can see each other down below. It would only be one or the other. And that was messing with me because I'm like, man, maybe there's a setting messed up. And it took me until Charles went on. I'm like, oh, right. Like, usually I watch live streams where it's one person or like more than two.
Yeah.
I just never saw one that was two. And I was like, oh, okay, wait, no, this is fine. Or not fine. This is the way that it happened. But I forgot that, I mean, I've had more than two people on the live stream for like ever. And that was the last time I've seen that.
Derek should be paid for pay-per-view. Yes, send all payments to Grown at Home in West Virginia.
Yeah, and if you want to give a thumbs down, it's only a quarter. That would be great because you know there's going to be like 50, 60 of those guys out there somewhere.
Oh, jeez.
But no, that's the same thing like when Charles would get his other hot sauce and does it with the last dab and puts that right in the name of the title. That's the same thing as like when Dave does something from Kang and puts that in the title of the video. It was like, wait a minute.
I'm telling you.
I'm with everyone, quite a few of the people in the PLC community. I'm growing my fair share of King crosses, so King's going to see my name a lot, his name a lot in my videos.
I'm telling you, if you do a video and you specifically base it off of one of his crosses or his crosses, period, put it in the title.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, I've joked about it many times, but I sometimes I feel like I should be serious and just like start putting out like clickbait videos, just like why Kang Star was wrong about, you know, topping your pepper. And then, but in the video, I'm not going to like actually explain anything. I'm just going to explain what he said. And then not ever say what was wrong with it, but that'll be the clickbait title.
Right.
Gage.
And Gage is giving you some words of advice, Dave.
Yeah, don't eat peppers in your bed or off your floor. We got that much left, so I don't know if that will actually make me want to eat you know.
Well, that looks like you're gonna finish it off on Thursday. And if you get close and you don't think you can go all the way, call Donna in.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Oh man, drank tequila for the first time in a really long time last night, and it was brutal. Yeah, I haven't had tequila in quite a long time.
His ears must have been burning.
I'm pretty sure I'm okay with tequila. I mean, I wasn't a bunch of times, but I'm pretty sure I'm okay now with tequila.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much barely drink anything. Yeah, just I don't know. I guess no, nobody even mentioned it. But I was gonna say like a margarita. Love me a margarita. But
I think the last time I had tequila, which was just tequila shots, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I kind of had to quit doing that.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I just remember starting it, but I don't remember how it ended.
I think I have the skull. I have the skull in here. In the cabinet here. But
And the whole thing about the worm is a load of crap.
well, this one didn't include the worm. The bottle that I got.
Oh, that's crap. It doesn't have a worm in it. It's garbage.
It tastes pretty good though. I guess this company went without it. So I was doing taste tests at a liquor store, so it tasted good to me. So
The last time, yeah, I did do it. I was gonna say maybe I didn't even do it, but no, I definitely had to take place. The last time I did that was because we don't have those kind of places anywhere near me. But the last time I did that was when I was in Jamaica, and you just go into like a tourist type shop, and no matter what it is, they'll sell like beach supplies or whatever. And you go towards the back, and they got like a whole setup with like rum all over the place. You want free samples, and they give you these like little pin, what are they? What the heck's this stupid thimble?
Thimble.
I was trying to say thumbnail. But thimble size shots, but they'll let you do as many as you want. And since we had a bus ride, we were like, heck yeah. Just, oh no, what about that vanilla one? Trying that. My cousin got wasted and was flirting with one of the guys behind the counter. Yeah, it was hilarious. Well, did I say it was a girl? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, that made it more special. Guys will do that all day long, but her doing it was just hilarious. And the funniest part was she was doing the shots with her mom.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. And they were late for getting on the bus by like 10 minutes.
Jeez, Aaron, $27 a shot. How much is a bottle of that stuff?
Wow.
Wow.
Don Julio?
more than I want to spend.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's also like you can get, halfway good tequila or whiskey or anything like that, and it's like $5, $8, $10 a shot out there. But you can go to the liquor store and you can get it for like whatever not the giant bottle, but the littler one. It's usually like $10 to $20.
That's true.
Like,
that's the same thing with wine at a restaurant. They serve Yellowtail. Yellowtail's $7 at the store, and then you go and it's like 20, almost like 15, $16 at the restaurant because you're buying the bottle.
Yeah.
So
that's why I always recommend, but can't because we're on a live stream. So don't do this. Just take your own bottle, even if you got to just put it in some hidden sleeve in your pant leg.
yeah.
It's where Jinko.
You always listen to Rev's disclaimer. Make sure you hear the disclaimer first.
Oh, and allegedly. That's how you get out of trouble, according to podcasts.
Yeah, I'll bet Batman's got flagged Thursday night. I was there for I was there for when he went off.
When was that?
Wasn't that was that Thursday night, or was that 2 Thursdays ago? No, that was Thursday night.
Drinking Dave?
Huh?
Have you been drinking, Dave?
No, Thursday night when he went off about.
I'm just
when he
messing.
went off.
Well, that's
You know
the
what I'm
funny
talking
thing.
about.
The funny thing is, it was the last 2 Thursdays.
Yeah. Well, this past Thursday, he was very, very, like you text me, he was very specific.
Yep.
Derek, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah.
You need to have beer when you go on live streams.
Yeah, sipping on a pint glass of wine does not count when you're eating hot peppers or anything else hot.
Well, I just meant because I got so used to seeing him with a tall boy. Like, you can change up brands and stuff, but don't like get rid of the tall boy.
Yeah. Well, you just go with the whole bottle of wine.
I was just gonna say, or you could pour the wine into the beer can and nobody'd know the difference.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. I'm a willing participant in that. It'll feel the same.
Bed pods and piss farmers.
Yes.
Oh,
Matt, my total is 44. That's how many I have outside right now. 44.
So 100, would you say 146 left?
About
Or 126?
129. About 129 to go.
I'll be right back.
So I have a ways. I'm done. Gonna do some more tomorrow. 6 to 12. Don't know how many. Probably 12. After work. Then Wednesday another 6 or 12. Then Thursday 6 or 12. I'm gonna get them out there eventually by the next couple weeks. All of them. Then I need to finish the yard as far as the landscaping fabric and then move them around to where their permanent homes will be with the correct spacing that I decide to use. But they're all going to be under my shade structure until they kind of get hardened off. So that's what I'm going with.
And I agree, Julian. 40 of Mickey's.
so Derek, did you ever get that bottle of vodka and get it going with the powder in it yet?
Which powder was he using?
I sent him a bunch of ahi lemon drop powder to mix into his vodka. And I don't know if he's tried it yet. Last time he mentioned it, he hadn't gotten to it yet.
Well, I thought you said it took a month to sit.
It does. And we've been waiting for over a month. Mind you, I'm just teasing you, Derek. You can do it whenever you want. Jared's in the house.
Hey, Jared.
It's so weird being in the bathroom and hearing you guys out here.
Don't you know we all flew in and we're all sitting in your living room?
Yeah.
That would be interesting to have a live show come up and all four of us are sitting in the same room. 4 different computers, 4 different cameras, and then,
That'd
hey,
be
look
awesome.
who's here. Turn it around.
Yeah.
It'll be like 10 years max.
Mi-
It'll be like hologram type images. I mean, it probably won't be very good at first, but it'll be like you'll be sitting on the couch right here, each of you next to me, and kind of like we're sitting right now, but it'll be virtual reality type stuff.
Yeah.
One of the original things when they were talking about Windows 10 coming out was those glasses, the hologram glasses that hook up to it, so you can walk around and put your start button on one wall, read your email on another wall, and things like that. And characters that could run around that were 3D and they'd jump on the furniture and that kind of stuff. But one of them said that you could take and have somebody else doing it with their image on it and look like they're right in the room with you. Just like you're talking about. And granted, none of that happened, but it was a good fantasy world. He looks super happy. But
That's why I gave a thumbs up.
He's only had one shot. Maybe he needs another one. Don't yell at me.
I will read the text messages.
Derek says, I'm not a huge fan, but I'll drink it. Rob's powder is the only reason why I would have some besides my wife buying raspberry vodka for herself and or that she rarely drinks. Figured.
Dang, if she actually drank it, then you could put the ahi lemon powder or the ahi lemon in there, and then whenever she wanted some, be like, "Oh yeah, that's the lemon flavored kind." I don't see it on the label. No, you just like write it with black marker, like lemon. Oh, and as always, when I tell anybody to do something, make sure you record that.
Batman's in the house.
There he is.
What's up, Batman?
He says, I saw that movie, Rob. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Did you see Julian's comment? Started with Tupac with the holograms and advances.
Well, it's only getting better every day.
It could be fun. Just, I just went off the deep end. You know, you put your image into the computer, and that's what it transmits to the other ones. Better make sure you're dressed really well for it.
Yeah.
Others are going to be looking at it, you know?
Yeah.
Rob, it will happen for sure. I promise. I believe you, actually.
Wait, I wonder what that would be like. If she has raspberry vodka that she barely uses, what if you put lemon with the raspberry? Would that be a good mix? Lemony raspberry? I don't ever hear it, but that sounds good in my head.
Welcome back, Other Robin. Yeah, that does sound good. Sorry.
Yeah, it does. Raspberry vodka, lemon drop. That does sound like a good mix.
Like raspberry lemonade. Yummy.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, okay. That's why it was going in my head there. Either that or the voices told me about it.
Yeah. They said the same thing to you.
Every time they say that, it's always something like, you don't like pizza, or, you don't like potato chips, or, stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Once in a while, just got to make sure.
Jared's uploading a video.
Cool.
We had that, I don't remember how many years ago that was. I was still at the other store. So that was probably 6-7 years ago. We had a swarm show up in our backyard. That was pretty freaking awesome looking.
That's a good question, Batman.
Hey, Batman. Yeah, he's already had a shot.
Yeah, I'm trying to. That's what I'm down to. It's about half the bottle, so I'm saving it for Thursday.
And just so Mr. Batman knows, this is what ahi lemon drop vodka looks like. A nice, really light yellow color to it. It's kind of hard to tell in the light, but yeah, that's my ahi lemon drop vodka.
You sure you're not drinking Master Blend?
I'm sure the Master Blend is in the 2-liter bottle, not the 1.75-liter bottle. I can keep track of them. But actually, I mix. When I take Master Blend out of my tote, I put it into a 2-liter with no label on it, and it's over by my plants for watering with.
I mean, I don't want this to sound weird or nothing, but I wonder if anybody's ever made a mistake and done that.
Well, I've had it splash up in my mouth. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes kind of earthy, but not really a bad taste. Gauge, yes. I put a 3-gram pack of ahi lemon drop powder in there and let it sit for a month, shaking it up once, twice, 3 times a day. And then I strained all the pepper powder out using coffee filters, did double strain that way. And it's very much nice and warm. Okay, now I think it's clear. But yeah, So it's really good stuff. And Derek says he's going to do it. And I sent him some powder to do it a long, long time.
You gotta understand something though, Rob. Derek thinks in Star Wars terms, in a galaxy far, far away, and all that kind of stuff. But he's thinking like a long time. But he's thinking all Star Wars terminology.
Nice, Jared.
Haha, I suck. Oh, Derek, I'm just teasing you a little. That's all. Don't take it personally. I mean, you'll get there eventually. You know, you might be 60, 70 years old by the time you get to it. But yeah.
Batman, you need one of my Tito's, Rob. 1 week, no straining, and it's warm. Batman, you can feel free to send another one, you know.
Yeah, that would probably be quite the warm.
You don't mean send. You mean
Oh, yeah, meet me. And
meet somewhere at a secret location.
Like I said, he's only about 7 hours away, so 6, 7 hours, something like that.
Exactly. So that drive is very doable.
Yep.
You split the difference.
Actually, we're going to be, I haven't told him yet. I was going to tell him Thursday, but we're heading over that direction near the end of the summer, so hopefully we can work it out.
What, another bottle of Tito's for you?
Do what?
So he can have another bottle of Tito's for you?
Yeah, or a few, yeah. Nah, hopefully we can work it out and we can hook up. There's a few out there. There's Jay and Batman and
Yeah, I went down and met a guy in Des Moines. That was about the halfway point to pass off some paperwork. So we sat and had lunch. You know, first time we met, just talking on the phone all the time. Sat and had lunch with them, turned around, came back, and that's a 5-hour trip.
The only time I've been to Jersey was I've never driven through Jersey. I drove from Pennsylvania, I think through Delaware, and then into New Jersey and went to Atlantic City. But that was when I was like 13 or something like that, with youth group. Like a bunch of kids from the church all went out and actually, fun fact, I got my very first kiss on that weekend.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't remember if I was like 13 or whatever, but whatever it was.
And that's where it all started.
Well, that's where the possibility of something starting happened.
Yeah. See, we're going to be, Batman, I don't know if you know where Martinsburg is, West Virginia. I think it's about, I want to say hour to hour and a half from you. Maybe a little farther, but I can't remember. So that's where we're going to be based out of, because we're going to go into DC and do some things down there. Maybe go see the, oh, geez. My mind just went blank. What's the garden?
Madison Square Garden?
No, down around DC area. Oh, geez.
Are you talking about like one of the president's houses, like Monticello or
Monticello? That's it.
That was
I wanted to go there for years, and so we're gonna possibly go to it. And I have been told it is a felony if you try to take snippets of plants from there. So I will have to do my best to not try to walk out of there with cuttings.
My mom does that all the time. She was like walking to the beach and there was like some goofy flower and she just snipped that sucker right off and brought it home.
I do it too. The kids yell at me. We're at hotels and I'm taking cuttings off of their bushes and go into a garden center. Next thing you know, I come walking out and I'm pulling out things out of my pockets from Walmart. I took off. That's how I got one of my plants in the front room was from Walmart. I kind of reached in and acted like I was moving one of the plants around and wouldn't you know? Oh, wow, look, that fell in my hand. I'm going to stick that in my pocket.
So there's like hardly nothing left at your work then, huh?
Yeah. Actually, I did that last year at work. There was a plant that I took off I told the one boss. She thought it was funny. She kind of rolled her eyes at me too, but I didn't tell the big boss.
Allegedly.
Yeah. So I figure we're heading over there. We're going to be in Martinsburg, so we'll be able to. I'm hoping to at least get one day and shoot up there. And Dave is a rebel. I'm a plant rebel. That's right. Now, Monticello, I have to get it out of my head. I can't do that there because you can go to jail. Their stuff is like protected by federal law.
You'll see Dave on the news. Who made these stupid rules? They're just cutting.
I swear,
it does the whole plant up.
It's just a little leaf, man.
I'm actually helping the plant grow.
Yeah, I figured it needed pruned.
I found them on the ground.
Yeah, I still cutlings everywhere I go.
Trying to remember what the heck the one museum that's there is awesome. Can't remember. There's like the National Air and Space Museum, I believe. I believe that's in DC. And then there's what the heck's the main one everybody always talks about?
Smithsonian?
Yeah, that thing is great.
Yeah.
I can't remember which ones I went to, but every one I went to, I knew I was like, I think the dinosaur one, and I liked dinosaurs when I was a kid, but I don't really care anymore. And I went and I was like, wow, this is really cool. Like, no matter what it was, I went in with low expectations. It was blown away. But I'm also like that. Like, you know, I used to live right outside of Pittsburgh, and my mom would take me into the city, and we'd go down to whatever the heck the one there was. I think they got
Carnegie Museum.
Well, we went there too. I remember seeing the dinosaurs and stuff there. But no, I think there's a Smithsonian there too. Whatever one I'm thinking of, it's like all interactive stuff. So like they show you about inertia, where you take like a bicycle wheel and it's got handles on there, and they spin the bicycle wheel, and you're sitting on a swivel chair, and you turn the thing slightly this way, and you start moving with whichever way. I don't know. Turn it the other way, and it'll like stop you and go the other way. But just it's like a whole museum of science projects.
So you got the Carnegie Science Center in Pittsburgh.
That might be it. I can't remember.
It's pretty. The new one is pretty sweet. Well, the newer one I call it's not new, but I still remember the old Science Center.
Yeah, I think I went there a bunch of times at the old one, and when the new one popped up, everyone was like, "Oh, we got to go back," which I like because I was like, "Heck yeah, let's go check this out." Like I'd fail science in school, but you take me to a museum and you got my attention.
Yeah, Jared, I've gotten a lot of plants like that. Taking cuttings.
That's hilarious.
Yes, my shorts will stay on.
That's good.
Great.
Depends on how much Tito's he brings with him.
Wait, pants were optional?
Donna, you should have told me. Damn you. Dave, you're not in high school anymore.
I didn't start it. They did. I'm just following the chat.
Oh, it all started with Susie saying no more shots for you.
Yeah.
Take that bottle, put it away.
Nah, I gotta have something to go with Batman.
Yeah, you can cuddle with it. It's
Yeah.
all right. We won't judge.
Oh. First he drinks, now we find out he's a plant thief. Next thing he'll be taking shrimp.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, I'm living on the edge with them cuttings.
Yeah, those mushrooms that grow wild that everybody goes nuts for this time of year. He'll be sneaking into forests and taking those.
Yeah.
Oh man, Batman's asking for one more.
One more. Yeah, but if I do one more, it's gonna be down to like here, and there's only gonna be like maybe 3 shots worth for Thursday. That's up to you.
You can do half a shot.
What's that?
A smaller, a regular shot cut in half.
Is that what you do whenever you add that to another shot because you don't want to do 2 full shots? You just kind of want to do 1.5?
Yeah, that's the extra 1.5 part, but you don't add it to the first one.
Wait, no, that's not making sense.
Batman has.
Why wouldn't you add it to the one shot?
Because you don't have the one shot to begin with. You start with the half shot, and you don't get the one shot. You just have the half shot part.
No,
And
you
that's
got
the
the
part
shot
that
and
you
a
drink.
half.
You don't mix it with anything.
No, you got the shot and a half. You just don't have the 2.
No. We're only starting with a half shot, not a full shot. Could you just take another shot?
Not yet.
He's about to.
All right, I know. You work. All right, Batman, this one's for you.
Don't swallow it yet.
Whew.
It's
That one
funny.
made me burp. Thursday, you match every shot I take. I don't think I have enough to match every shot you can take. Whew. It's got more heat than it did last week, that's for sure.
Hmm?
And the farther you get down in the bottle, it's actually getting hotter.
Or the longer that pepper's sitting in there.
Yeah.
So you should acquire an actual 1 ounce shot glass like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
That way it's equal because that looked like more than 1 ounce in there.
Well, it's shot glass size.
Yeah. You've got a couple days, Dave. So make sure that you get a shot glass that has the Batman logo and have a shot glass with the bear logo.
You know, I have no doubt my wife probably has a Batman shot glass somewhere. She is such a huge Batman fan.
Make sure the Bat and bear are both equally represented.
Yes, Freaky, he shook it up at the beginning of the show.
Yes, and I just shook it up again before I. Yeah, that heat's a lot warmer. I can actually feel it down through here now. Not like in a bad way, just a.
That was, what was it, morel mushrooms that I was thinking of? Okay, it's off the screen already.
I thought everybody took peyote or whatever it was.
Peyote.
Peyote. I don't know. I never took that stuff. So.
What, peyote?
Peyote. I don't know.
You know, you remember the movie Young Guns?
Yeah.
That was the first time I ever heard of it. And I became like obsessed with it for the long, because that was back in the day when I was doing stupid things. And I was obsessed with it. Could never find it anywhere. which was probably a good thing, but
Yeah, I tried it.
You just don't know where to look.
well, I think there were some people that knew where and just weren't going to send me in that direction because they knew how I was.
Yeah, I know a Native American medicine man that was licensed to sell it.
Mm. Yeah, I wasn't quite the, happy-go-lucky plant thief I am today.
Did
Well,
any
you
of you
would have
guys
been if
ever
you
see
found the right plant.
Do what?
You would have been if you found the right plant.
Well, yeah.
pretty soon they're going to have in the West Virginia area, they're going to have Dave's picture at every box store saying, watch this guy. He has a set of snips. And he's
He's not afraid to use them.
make sure you tell him to take everything out of his pockets before he leaves the premises.
Well, yeah, you can get those little green wire cutters like I use, and they make such a beautiful, perfect cut on them. You can hide them right in your hand. You just go up and go snip. Oh, that branch fell off.
I'll tell you, it's I did at Walmart. I just reach in like, oh wow, well, whoops. Actually, one of my IVs came from there. Whoops. I just publicly said that on social media.
It's all good.
I stole an IV. I'm a criminal.
Yeah.
I don't need snips to take cuttings. Just a just a thumbnail.
That's all I use, thumbnail. Although we go every year up to Trax Farms up around Pittsburgh for their Harvest Festival. And my kids, oh man, every year they have like their Concord grapes. And I'll act like, because they really don't, I don't think they really care because they have them out in this big bin. But I play it up with the kids and that, like making lectures like I'm sneaking a grape and I chew it up and then spit the seeds out and be like, all right, I need a napkin so we can hide these before we get busted.
So you're teaching the next generation already, Dave.
Yeah. 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 I really don't think they care because you're
gonna have all these kids being so look, it's all in the thumbnail. This is the technique. So watch Daddy Dave here. Look, get it and clip it and boom, put it in pocket and leave.
And you keep the seeds in your mouth from the grapes for a few minutes walking around and then spit them out. So that way they don't see you in the same spot, and
Yeah.
Why don't you just crunch the seeds down?
Because I want the seeds so we can try to grow them.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's funny as can be. They're like, oh, Dad, you're a thief.
I'll see what they didn't know is that Dave's a rebel.
Some people still up
You see Batman's?
daffodils and tulip bulbs from the landscape.
Hey, he's right there with me. Plant thief. We're plant brothers. Thieves.
I believe the children are the future. Haha, watch this, kids.
The daffodils and the tulip bulbs, that's not that big of a deal. It's like my buddy, he had like a really crappy driveway. So every time he went to work, he would park in the gravel area where it had like some nice chunky rocks too. And he would like grab like a scoop or two of gravel and just put it on the floorboards of his vehicle and a couple, nice big rocks. And then he'd go back and like play Tetris and fill in the holes and then take the gravel and it'd be like on a car mat or whatever, and he'd just dump it out into the driveway, and eventually he had an actual driveway.
See?
It took him like 3 years, but he got it done. I was like, if you were really serious, you'd open the trunk, not like the back door. But then I also had to ask, like, how many times have they come and like redone the paving at your work, like put down more stone? He's like, yeah, it has been a couple times. Yeah, it was a lot of work. Not because it was a lot of stone, it was because he brought it in like very small amounts. I mean, like whatever could fit on your car floor mat, like that, maybe a pile about this big, like that's how much every day. And then like a bunch of like big rocks to fill in the big holes. Ridiculous.
Well, not a neighbor. He was like acting like he was breaking 10 different laws by going down and stealing river rock to put in his backyard.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say if I've done that or not, but I'm pretty sure I've seen people do that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it depends on the grapes. If you're looking for grapes that are for like vineyards for making wine and that type of stuff, they start out with one grape plant, let it grow up, cut it off, and then they take a cutting from an established one and put it into it. Because the wine ones are affected by some type of bacteria in the ground or something like that. The roots don't last well, or the other ones do, and they just Frankenstein the other ones on and go from there.
Right. See, Concord, I mean, they say you can do it from seed, but I never had any luck. I tried them a few times and never got them to sprout, first of all. And Concords, they say, are actually, from what I've been told, they're easy to grow.
Nice, Julian. He said, remembered one time there was a weed plant that sprouted in the gravel parking lot. There's only 5 of us. We all knew who it was. I don't know who it was, but I used to work for a rental company, and it was like weekly rentals. So it's not even like monthly or yearly or anything like that. And they turn over every single week. They're right there by the ocean. It's like rent an entire house for like $3 to $25,000-$30,000 a week, depending on how big of a house you get. But right around, I did the pool with this one house, and around back, I was walking up the stairs to go to the hot tub, and I noticed through the stairs in the middle of the backyard, kind of like up by the house, there was one growing. It was like this big. I was like, I'm not doing anything about that. I just let it stay there. It was there for like 2 months, and every time I'd go there, I'm like, oh, look at it, it's getting bigger. Let that thing go for the longest time, and then I came like on a midweek one time, and it was gone. I was so disappointed. I'm like, man. It was like right at the end of the season too, but I don't know if it was the owner that saw it or if it was just a guest that didn't like that happening, but I guarantee there was a bunch of people that stayed there that saw that and was like, that's pretty funny. I'm not going to do anything about that. It was right next to the grill.
Yeah, we get hemp plants growing out behind my shop all the time. Last year there were 13 that sprouted. Only one of them made it to about 2 feet tall before it died, but they're all over here.
Is that
this
that?
area used to be a huge hemp plantation, so it grows wild all over here.
Well, if I remember correctly on a news story, it said they're going to start changing the hemp laws. So I think they were thinking about it as, so where they're, I don't know, I saw something on the news talking about hemp plants or whatever, because they know it's a resource for certain things. So they're going to kind of cut back on those rules and stuff you were talking about. From what I think I read.
Yeah, because it's not psychoactive, but you can buy it. You just can't grow it or sell it. But you can like order it from Canada because Canada's cool. But you can't actually grow it, which is the dumbest thing because it's non-psychoactive. So it's not like you could smoke it and you probably won't even get as much of a high as you would off a cigarette.
Yep. Yeah, because there's fields of it here. But like you say, no THC whatsoever in it. So you can call the cops. They'll come out, look at it. They'll check to see if it's marijuana or hemp. And if it's hemp, they say, okay, do what you want with it. You can burn it or cut it down or just plow it under. We don't care. And they turn around and walk away.
Hmm. Well, I mentioned this once before. I remember Ray over at the Praxis channel. He found, I mean, at his place, he found the hillside just polluted with it. And the police told him the same thing. They're like, do what you want.
Do what I want? Okay.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, he's driving a new Escalade.
Oh, Lord.
I said I could get rid of it. I got rid of it. What? You don't
Picturing
like my
Ray.
20-inch you don't like my 20-inch rims?
Yeah, that's how I'm picturing Ray driving an Escalade. And his little dog.
Oh, and Susie, you were talking about finding fossils. We used to find that all the time.
Did
They weren't
you
like.
see where she commented there was 7 Smithsonians?
No. There's 7. So what is one in Pittsburgh?
Nah.
Oh, in DC. Yeah, in DC they got a bunch of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ray's got a few dogs. I think he is. Is there 3?
I don't know. I haven't seen his videos in a while. I know he had the older dog, and then he got another dog. But I think that was the last I heard.
Well, yeah, he has Rascal, or better known as Crackhead.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he had 2 more. That's the 3 I know of. But it's been probably a month or 2. See you, Batman.
Later, Batman.
I'll see you Thursday.
With that bottle. But yeah, that's what well, I don't know, out of the yeah. Same thing. My dad came like Julian said, my dad came home and he had a bunch of like nautilus shell fossils that he found in Montana. Which I guess where he was, I guess that used to be part of the inland sea or something like that, or
Yeah.
maybe that's in California. I can't remember. But yeah, he found those. But around like the creeks and stuff in Pittsburgh, we find fossils all the time.
Oh, yeah, we used to, just down along the river, we used to find them all the time up there. And then down on 51, what's that creek called right through there? I can't remember.
I don't remember where 51 is. But the one that man, I totally blanked on a stupid thing. Rolling Rock. I fished that creek. That's what, Latrobe, PA.
Yeah.
Like the beer, Rolling Rock.
Yeah, I fished in that creek that they say they get their water out of.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't fished in the creek that they advertise on the Coors commercial, though. That's how out of touch I am, because wasn't that like the 80s or 90s the last time they did that? Yeah, I don't know if I like Rolling Rock. It's not that well. It's not bad, but
I
it's
was
not
gonna
that
say
good.
I used to drink it. It was because it was cheaper, but it wasn't. And it wasn't like your typical cheap beer though. It was actually kind of decent.
Yeah, now it's like kind of cool to drink it, so it's like right there with all other beers. And like when given the choice, I'm like, I'll take something different.
That's not on my list.
What Rolling Rock?
Nothing that you mentioned is mainstream.
Uh,
I'm with the Jared camp of beer snobs.
See you, Freaky.
Later, freaky.
Hey, Freaky.
Good Lord.
I did the same thing, Susie, and I also one day decided to like I'm gonna dig all the way to China, like not even realizing that you kind of would have to go at a weird angle to get to China. You can't just dig straight down and hit China. But yeah, I think I made it like 3 feet. And to this day, in my parents' backyard, there's still like this weird indentation in the back of the yard because it never filled back in properly.
I think every kid has tried to dig to China.
I was really into it for like 20 minutes.
Rolling Rock. That was the other one I was trying to think of, Jared. I remember.
He was saying that those were all beers back in the day. I mean, I remember. I'll never forget this one couple when I was at a Bennigan's. I don't know if y'all know what Bennigan's are, but, but they were looking at the menu and they just totally freaking flipped out. Oh my god! Look, honey, they got the rock. They got Rolling Rock. They got the rock here. Oh my god! I'm like just totally spacing out at the table. I'm like, calm down, folks. It's just a beer. But they're like freaking out. I was like, and forever thought about that ever since. Every time I hear Rolling Rock, I remember that couple at Bennigan's just totally freaking out when they're ordering their beer.
Calm down, people. It's just a beer, and it's
Yeah.
not really that good.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious because they'd be like, "You hear this, honey? This guy don't know what he's talking about. Everybody knows The Rock is the best."
And Dave disappeared. He's gonna go pull out a 6-pack of Rolling Rock.
Yeah, look what I got in my fridge, guys. I can only have 3 of them on the live stream, though.
Yeah, he could do that. He can do some pre-warm up beers for Thursday. Imagine Batman would probably be going along with that. So.
Murdered my parents' garage door practicing my slap shot. Yeah.
Yeah. That just sounds destructive. Poor garage door. It had no chance, man. It's only made of aluminum. Or aluminium if you live across the pond.
How do you know it wasn't wooden?
I would probably just put weird holes in there and you could use wood filler and fix it really easy.
Hmm.
At least that's what I would do. I wouldn't call it destroyed if you can fill it in with wood putty. Unless you're putting holes through the wood. Then that probably would count as murdered.
Yeah. I agree with Jared. I get that way too when they have a craft beer or something. I'm like, son of a gun. They actually have something decent here. I do get that way, but I mean, I don't get all giddy and stuff, but I do go, hey, man, that's cool that they actually have something I would want to drink.
I get excited when I go to a restaurant and they actually have a craft beer offering instead of just mainstream stuff. Yep, that's what you were talking about. Okay, I'll shut up now.
That's all good. Yeah, because I totally agree with you.
Yeah, because Shells has, I think, 27 different flavors of beer, and a lot of them are limited runs only for like a week or two during the year. So when it comes out, it's gone off the shelves as soon as it comes out.
Yeah. Well, like our beer here is like that bottle I was showing the other day. When St. Arnold's does their pumpkinator, better get ready. When they say they're releasing it that week, you better figure out how many you want. You better go get them. Because if not, you're going to be going around the different stores or liquor stores or whatever to find the bottles of that stuff. But that's not until almost October. So, have you? Did you say have you started those seeds that you drew the numbers for, Rob? You started all those. Have any sprouted?
Not yet. I'm gonna have to move them. I have them sitting in the dining room, and they're in front of the heat vents, so they stay relatively warm. But checked day before yesterday, nothing had come up yet.
Okay. Been how long so far?
That makes almost 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm rather disappointed. I think I might have screwed up major big time, but I'm not giving up hope yet. Every time I or go to buy a case of PBR, there's only one on the shelf. Like the store knows to keep just one up there for me. Hmm. I haven't seen BD's name come up yet. BD in the house?
Yeah, he's probably busy.
Well, yeah, but he still comes and talks to us. The only reason I ask is I got a question for him.
Yeah. Well, he may show up a little bit later.
In Canada, you're allowed to grow 10 plants, okay, legal or not. And come September 1st, you won't have to worry about the legal part. But are they still limiting? Well, I had heard that it. Oh wait, no, that was California that they're limiting to 3 plants. But it's 10 in Canada. That would be cool. There's a brewery up north called Russia River Brewing that releases a beer every year called Pliny. Pliny.
Pliny the Elder.
Okay. They limit how much you can buy and have a line 2 or 3 blocks long waiting for it.
Mm.
Wow. But 10 plants. You can do a lot with 10 plants. Too bad you can't get it across the border too easy.
Yeah. Make sure you grow them big.
Yeah, was it on this show or was it the Bat and Bear show? They were talking about somebody they knew that was growing 16-foot tall plants.
I probably mentioned that because I watched those growers.
Okay.
I wouldn't say 6 foot, but they're 12 to 20, and they use 1,000 gallon fabric pots, and they do multiples of those. So they do 10 or so thousand gallons. So that's regularly what they run and produce off of. And then they use what a lot of the people on the PLC are doing now is that LST training. If you looked on PLC, there's a couple of people doing that LST training for the pepper plants to manipulate how the canopy grows. That's what they do with the plants. So you snip, trim, tape, You keep doing different wire mesh fence supports around the plant until you stretch it out to the way you want it. Then it's going to go and overgrow, and you're going to weave through those that fence material with the leaves. As you're training it how to do whatever you want to do with the branches and stuff, and then you go and you shape the plant how you want it.
Wow.
You do that, starting out small, and you have the cage, and you keep increasing the cage until you got that thing filling up 1,000 gallon smart roll fabric pot. And yep, that's what they do. And you just use just the plain old cheap greenhouse or the nursery tape, the green stretchy tape. Yeah, I watched all those videos. I mean, they have one like 6 or 7 hours. Like I said, it's almost spot on to peppers. Of course, most of these nutrients and stuff they use, most of us can't afford and won't spend to do their pepper plants. But I mean, they do all that stuff in large quantities.
What, that is Ganja movie or Ganja Mountain a movie?
I know it's Mendo dope. But I mean, they start everything out. I mean, they go 6.5 hours long. It's on YouTube, and then it shows everything from start to finish. And pretty much, like I said, they show the soil they use for seed starting and how they soak the seeds, do this, that, and the other. Plant them, see how they are, grow them out, transplanting, use the mycorrhiza, uh, keep going, and the way they water, like they were showing in those pots, are like for a plant, there's no point of watering a whole, 1,000 gallon pot, a fabric pot, when the plant's only, 2 foot tall. So no point of just keep watering. You just keep doing it in circles until the plant gets bigger, so those roots go out. But you want the water far enough out so that it's going to seek the water away from the center.
Yeah, I've been to Jamaica once. I never saw Ganja Mountain, and I know it's illegal there to grow it, to buy it, or to sell it, but I didn't see the mountain, but I saw it growing. My cousin saw it growing in like private locations, and every person I ever came in contact with wanted to sell me it. To the point where I was annoyed, and I was only there for 8 hours.
Yes, Susie. I'm wearing one of my mini Lagunitas shirts. You see, now you gotta spell out the eye chart. The Lagunitas Brewing. But like I said, when you're VIP and you get the employee discount, these shirts are only $4.95. So it was a hell of a deal. So I've got many Lagunitas shirts. Plus, I do like their beer as well. So we've been all over the board today.
Hey Dave, you got kids. When I went to Jamaica, we went to the rainforest. Guess what it was called?
The rainforest?
Fern Gully.
Fern Gully.
Yeah. I don't even follow Disney, and I'm like, wait, isn't that a kids movie?
Huh. I would love to get out there.
Oh, that's amazing. That was like the first time. When did we go? Oh, wait. It wasn't that long. I think we went in like 2005 or 2006. I moved here in 2000. That was the first time I got a sunburn. And I don't wear suntan lotion at all. And I'm always out in the sun. But I remember I had to wear suntan lotion on April Fool's Day of whatever year it was. We were in Jamaica. and I got burnt to a crisp. Oh yeah, well yeah, it was April 1st. I went from what kind of weather we have now to I hopped in a plane and went to Atlanta, and then got out of Atlanta and went to Fort Lauderdale. And when I got off the plane, you could tell like the temperature in the plane was way different because as soon as you crossed the threshold, it was just hot and humid. I was like, whoa, wait a minute, this is end of March and it's really hot. And then we hopped on that boat and went even more south. I'm like, man, this is where it's at. I wish I lived down here. No alligators. You're on an island.
Yeah, I went to the Chicago factory, but Jared's closer to the one in California. Rasta Kitchen.
Yeah, I haven't seen Rasta Kitchen, but I have seen Something's Burning with Bert Kreischer. That's pretty funny. It's on the YouTube channel All Things Comedy. They came out with one yesterday. It had Wheeling Walker Jr. and the host Bert Kreischer, and then Bert's wife, which I love his wife. She's from like Georgia. She's got a southern draw and everything, even though she lives in LA. And it's pretty funny. He made Memphis hot chicken, which was pretty doggone funny. Every video of that is hilarious. I heard him like actually pitch the idea, like just thinking about it live on a podcast once, and then next thing you know, he did one. He has one with Bill Burr. He has one with Tom Segura, where it was Tom Segura, it was like made with crab meat, and Tom came in and showed like the proper way to kill a crab. Oh. They're like all LA guys, so they're like all freaking out, like, whoa, oh my God, what's going on? But yeah, I think it was Brian Callen. Or no, it was Brian Callen that showed. Yeah, Tom Segura was there, but it was Brian Callen that showed how to kill the crab. Some funny stuff. But it's basically a comic that has a cooking show now. So it's called Something's Burning.
The garage door was, yeah. So it was a wooden garage door.
Yeah, but she hit her dad's classic 67 Chevelle. That is not cool. Do you know how much money that car is worth right now?
A little bit.
That's a lot.
And my friend's thinking about getting one.
I would love to have a Chevelle, but there's no way I'm ever going to. I mean, to find a roller, you're looking like, I haven't priced them or anything, but I'm thinking it's like 10, 15 just for a roller.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he'll be purchasing one in the near future.
Well, it was that Gas for Guzzlers thing that they did in the late 90s or the mid 90s. That like really screwed up a lot of those classic cars. Yeah, yeah. See, Jared's heard of Wheeler Walker. Yeah. Well, if you watch that Something's Burning within like the first like 3 minutes, you'll definitely see. Yeah, it's great. Not for the faint of heart. You're easily offended. Don't watch it. Dog's over here licking her nipples.
Does she bother you when you do that? No.
I can't do that.
That's another thing.
So my mom always says, she's like, "You're just jealous." I'm like, "No, she's loud." She was quiet doing it, I wouldn't care. Nice. That's great. 67 Chevelle SS with a 396. Perfectly honest, I'd want a whatever kind of Chevelle, but I would want like a, you know, like an LS engine in there or something.
That, huh.
Well, what do you got? You got a blower on that thing? A blower on a 454 will do 750. Yeah, very true, Jared. I guess if you're offended by anything, don't listen to Wheeler Walker Jr.
It's in Arizona, then it's pretty
That's much
safe.
better.
It's dry over there.
If it was in Winnipeg, it'd probably be rusted into the ground by now, unless you kept that in the garage all winter. Isn't that part of the salt belt? I know upstate New York is. A mechanic guy I always watch, he's always talking about that. He loves it. He's like, "Oh, thank God I live in the salt belt." He's always replacing parts. He's like, "Yeah, they go extra." He's always like, he doesn't. Like, I'm willing to bet he doesn't, but he he always says about how he goes out and bribes the snowplow guys to like go do like double, triple layers on the roads just in case. That way you get all that extra salt up underneath the car so that parts rust and he gets more work. Yeah, you're totally correct. Matching numbers. But no, I was just looking at it on my aspects because if I ever got a Chevelle, it would be, I would have got a roller. It wouldn't have a matching number anything. So I don't know, but that's my answer to anything. Like, what if you got like a 96 Eclipse? Like, oh man, like pull the engine, throw an LS motor in there. Doesn't matter what it is. Like, what if you got a Jeep Cherokee? Oh man, that'd be so cool to like put an LS motor in there.
So what do you have in your truck, Rev?
I got a Hemi.
Oh,
I can't afford that. Those Hemis are expensive, man. LS motor, man, you go to the junkyard, you can get a wrecked like Silverado or, you know, what the heck's that girl pickup truck they have?
Girl pickup truck.
Yeah, the one with the stupid things behind the cab.
Avalanche?
They started calling them that lately, but it's the other one.
I don't know.
It's the crappiest pickup truck Chevy makes.
Colorado?
No, the Colorado's still better.
I have no idea.
The one's called an Avalanche. I can't remember what the hell that stupid thing is. Nah, it doesn't matter. But any, like, you know, Chevy V8 usually has an LS in it, so. And they're cheap, too. Go to the junkyard. They're only like $1,000 or $2,000. I don't know, Jared. I would defy that statement. Nothing better than a carbureted big block Chevy engine. I would say nothing better than any V8 with like a very good exhaust system on it. because if you have a really crappy exhaust on a big block Chevy, it could sound like crap. But if you have like a really good exhaust on a Ford, it could sound great.
What's wrong with Ford?
I don't really like Ford that much, but I also subscribe to not jumping on a team. I love Dodge. I've had a bunch of Dodges, and I think they're great. But at the same time, if it's a good price, I'll buy a Ford. If it's a good price, I'll buy a Chevy. I don't care. I like all three. But I mean, especially Toyota, but I'm not going to get a good price on that. Those things are always way too expensive because they last forever like a tank.
Yeah.
I drive a foreign car.
Like I said, my vehicle of choice, like I mean, I got a Dodge. I mean, disclaimer, but I mean, if like a good deal came up on, well, not a Prius because I'd probably be like 200,000 miles, but you know, some like a Ford. What the heck's that stupid little tiny car?
Fiesta?
Well, even like a Ford Fiesta, I wouldn't turn that down if it was like a good price. You know, $300. You know, nothing really bad. You know, brand new tires. It needs new brakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Like, so I just steer away from fast cars. Like I was talking to Scott the other day, I don't do well in fast cars. So I won't purchase a fast car.
I don't, but I feel like I have a fast car because I have this Dodge with a Hemi. It's just really light in the rear end and it's got a lot of power and torque. And like today, it was raining and I pulled out on the highway. I didn't even go fast. I just barely hit the gas and just started spinning out and turning sideways in the rear end and everything. But I don't know. It helps when you drive like a grandpa. I mean, I was doing like 30 mile an hour when it happened.
But see, I don't though. I mean, like whatever car I get, I want to find out what the max is.
Yeah,
So
you'd be like that. If it was a 5-speed, I might be like that.
I've never changed though. So like I said, if I got a fast car, like I don't know, just say a new Mustang, fully loaded or whatever, new Chevy Camaro or Corvette or whatever, that night or whatever else, I would be on the Beltway system, seeing how fast that car is going to go. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a guarantee, and I want to see what I can do with it.
of course. Why'd they put all that horsepower in there if they didn't want you to find out what it would be like to, you know, max that thing out?
Yeah, I just
No,
don't. I
my
just don't.
biggest thing was I've been around like residential areas where there's kids running out in front of the cars and stuff.
Yeah.
Like when it happens to you like 5 times a week, all of a sudden you just get in this paranoid mode. Like eventually, odds are like one of these times I'm gonna hit one of those kids, and that is not gonna be good. But I don't. I'm barely ever on the highway.
I just don't want any more situations where they're thinking about you're going to jail or they're going to write the ticket for 100. That's my thing. I don't want to be in any more of those situations. So yeah, that's the thing.
Apparently here 15 over is reckless driving and you go to jail if you don't live here. So my buddy
Yeah.
came to visit and he was doing 80 on the bypass and it's 50. And the cop took like an entire town to catch up to him, but when he did, found out he was from Pennsylvania, and because he wasn't local and they could enforce it better, he had to put himself up for bond. So they actually arrested him and had me drive his car behind the cop car. And like I said, the speed limit's 50. The cop was doing like 65 and expecting me to keep up. I'm like, I'm not going to be speeding behind a cop, man. Because there was another cop coming up behind me, and I'm sure he didn't know the deal.
So Dave, when are you taking your plants out?
It's probably going to be about 5 weeks. I mean, that's our last frost date. If Mother Nature would finally get off her crazy horse,
Yeah.
would get the greenhouse up. But I'm hoping with 60s and 70s and possibly 80 degrees this weekend coming that I can get at least it up. I think, but it's in the drop again. I think Monday or Tuesday they're saying it's supposed to drop back down into the 50s, and I don't remember what the nighttime temperatures were, but I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So hopefully this weekend the greenhouse will go up. In other words, the greenhouse needs to go up this weekend, period. By this time last year, I think I was putting it up this week. I didn't have it up as early as I thought I did. I kept thinking, man, I've had the greenhouse up for weeks by now. No, I didn't.
The Chevy I was thinking of was an Avalanche. You know, the girls' pickup.
Yeah.
My brother's wanted one of those for years.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy that.
A majority of all the people I've ever seen in them were women. And I'm not saying anything's wrong about that. I think women in pickup trucks is awesome.
Mm.
I still want a Raptor,
Those are pretty darn cool.
but I want it all debadged. I don't want a damn thing on it. There's no way I'm putting. I don't want all this hideous sticker crap on there. I don't need anything on the side of the truck that says it's a Raptor. I know damn well what it is. I know it's a Raptor. I don't need a sticker that says a Raptor on it.
Remember, you got to change the grill out too.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I mean, unfortunately, every Raptor you see are owned by people who go 5 miles an hour over a damn speed bump. I mean, every damn one I've ever seen never looked like it's ever been off road, ever. I mean, I'd be jumping shit left and right if I had one of those things. I don't give a crap. It's like, you know what? Traffic, oops, well, we're going to make our little detour here. I'm going through this. I don't care what it looked like. Hell, with 12 inches of travel, you could do almost anything.
Yeah, I've seen a ton of those. But like you said, they're all like... And like you said, I've seen that exact scenario. They come in and they're about to hit a speed bump and they slow down, just like I do. But they slow down to like a crawl and just crawl right over the speed bump, both sides. But I mean, I'm not talking crap. I do the exact same thing. I'm
talking crap. I'm talking crap about anybody who buys a GT Mustang and never goes fast. I'm talking about any sports car you never go fast in. That's crazy. Don't buy it.
Or like a Jeep.
If you never go, if you're not going to, your intentions are never to go fast in a GT Mustang or a Camaro ZL1 or whatever the hell you want to buy, go buy the freaking V6. Like, don't get like Rob's car either. Don't get that. Just go buy the regular, normal crap if you're not going to go fast in it. That's stupid.
Yeah, it's like buying a Jeep and never going off road.
Jared says, don't buy a Ford, Charles. It'll be the worst day of your life. What is so wrong with Fords?
Oh, that's what?
Well, I could say the same thing for a lot of brands, but I mean...
The only thing that bugs me the most about a Ford is when the key's in the ignition, no matter where it is, you can't just pull it out a little bit and it'll shut off, is that stupid boo-doo-doo, 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 boo-doo-doo.
Mine will shut off with the key still in it. I can pull mine out just a little bit to shut the buzzer off.
Every Ford I've ever been in, if the key is just barely in there, I'm talking like a millimeter, that thing dings, because that's the very first thing right there. You can't, like, I tried resting it just on the very outer lip and it was still dinging.
Derek, I'll come up and we'll go take that Mustang for a drive.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, because Mr. Jared, I drive an '08 F-150 FX4.
Nice.
I drive a Mazda. Zoom, zoom.
I drive a Dodge. It got a Hemi in it.
Mm-hmm.
I still want to come down and ride in that truck. Drive that truck, I mean.
Love that truck. every day. It's like I now know what people are always talking about when they have kids, and they're like, dude, you have no clue how much you love them. Like every time you see them, you just love them more. That's how I feel with my truck. Like every day I walk outside, I'm like, oh my God, man, I've missed looking at you. You look so awesome, man. And it's all those modifications I did because I never really thought it was that great of a truck, but it was just, painting the grill black instead of chrome and painting all chrome black and having black on white and a toolbox on there, get rid of that stupid cap, put big knobby tires on it and fender flares. Just looks absolutely amazing. I smile every time I come out of any store and I see my truck. I'm like, ah, buddy, there you are. I'm telling you, man, I really understand what people are like when they have kids and they're like, you have no clue how much you will love them. Like, I do now, man. I do.
Oh my.
So great. I think of all kind of ways to like, how could I make it better? And like, end of the line, like I'll spend like a good 4 hours a night sitting there like researching, like, what if because I thought like putting a roof rack on it would be cool. Like one of those like goofy roof racks. And I'm like, I think it would look cool on there if I kept it kind of small, but if I got a lift kit on it, it would look dumb. Then I couldn't go places. And ultimately I decided not to do it because of the wind noise and stuff.
Yeah.
But, and then like, after all that stuff, I walk outside and look at it and I'm like, you didn't need anything. Look at you.
I feel the same way.
Well, you got zoom.
It only zooms so much. It zooms to 126. That's it.
I get kind of sketchy with my truck above like 60.
I like personally. I like 70. I'm not gonna say all that stuff. People start tracking me down. I just like a little bit above the speed limit.
I would like that if I had the money for the ticket, A, and B, if whenever I was like, let me redesign my rims, and I like scraped off all the brake dust and chrome and stuff, and then repainted the rims black. Probably should have went and like pulled off all the stick-on weights that I had on there, and then painted it, and then taken it to and gotten the tires rebalanced because I think that's my problem. I knocked a few weights off of there. You get above 60 and it's kind of like shaking a little bit. I'm like, well, it's not that big of a deal because I don't really go over 60.
You have a Hemi and you don't go over 60?
Nah.
Just a couple times.
Oh, I'm not saying I don't go fast. No, when it's dry out, you hit the gas. I only have to hit it like halfway, and that thing downshifts, and you're gone. I mean, it's not the quickest vehicle around. It's 4-wheel drive and all, and it's got big knobby tires and all that stuff. But when you put the hammer down, it goes. It's usually one of those things where I go, and kind of let off on there because now I'm over the speed limit.
So Julian asks, what's Rob driving? Well, I have a 08 F-150 FX4 that's been lifted, 37.5-inch tires on it, good looking truck.
But can't make it up the back hill.
But I have motors on it and they're no good in snow.
Because you can't have chains.
Can't have chains. But anyway, as far as my car goes, go look at my channel and go back and look at the car adventure video and you'll see what my car is.
Yeah, the one with the pretty girl on the thumbnail.
It scares the crap out of them.
Scares the crap out of who?
Girl.
Yeah. Yeah, it's my little toy.
Like I said, I'd love to be super rich and have a supercar and hear all those pops and have all those flames popping out of the exhaust and stuff and just be able to just go on right on through at 0 to 60 in like 2.3 seconds.
Have a good night, Julian.
That'd be great. But of course I'll never see that. Or I will never spend that much money on a car.
Yeah, that's I mean, even around here, that's a cheap one, but that's a house. 250 grand.
Yeah.
That is insane for a car.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on my bike, I went from a dead stop up to 70 and back down to a dead stop within a block in first gear. Almost flew out the back when I took off and almost went over the handlebars when I hit the brakes as hard as I did.
Yeah,
It was fun.
fast.
Hmm.
I'm old now. I don't have to go fast. I blame it on, my age. Like, oh, my reflexes aren't like they were when I was in my 20s.
Hmm.
They're probably better, but I don't need all that.
Ah, Jared, you gave it away. Now we can't. No, kidding. Now Julian doesn't have to go and see what it was. He told her. Yeah, Challenger. Mm-hmm. All right, so now that the cat's out of the bag, it's a 2013 Dodge Challenger SRT8.
Mm.
With a 6-speed manual in it. 392 big block.
I'm gonna come visit.
It's only pushing about 550 horses.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's why I'd want the Hellcat.
Yeah, a
700.
little bit more.
Those are so much fun.
Well, it's the same car. You just add a blower on it. Or a supercharger, I mean.
Supercharger and blower are the same thing.
Well, yeah, kind of. But most people want to be specific. Is it a supercharger or a pro charger? I'm pretty sure it's a supercharger.
Yeah, supercharger. Supercharger and blower are the same thing. Just like peanuts or tomatoes and tomatoes. I drive with my right foot in the floor all the time.
Huh.
You don't.
Not me. There's so many people around here in the summertime. I have to drive around with my foot on the brake.
Yeah, that's
Not even joking. It's a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit, and we'll be doing 20 mile an hour for 8 miles, which sounds like, oh, it's only 8 miles. Well, it's a 2-lane road.
Yeah, Julian, I know how to remedy that. You need to go and get a Kia Stinger GT. That's what you need to do. You need to trade your Kia Forte in and get a Kia Stinger GT.
Or one of those, what was it, 666 horsepower Mustangs?
Yeah, but that Kia actually looks pretty cool. I mean, of course, I wouldn't pay that much money for a Kia, but it's pretty damn fast.
Yeah, isn't there a limited production Mitsubishi where the list price on it's like $130,000? They're only making 300 of them, but it's supposed to be just outrageous fast.
Was it an Evo?
I don't remember hearing the name of it. I saw a picture and it was very much in the general design of like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini where it was all streamlined like that, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah,
I know. I was watching a YouTube channel today. Aston Martin came up with one that doesn't look like your typical car that they say they're only going to make 300. They made 80, and they're $1 million price tag. But it doesn't look like $1 million car. But it's still cool as hell. But nobody even knows what the hell is going on with it. I mean, those cars when you get in that price range, is just ridiculous. Like Paganis, the Huayras, and all that stuff. You're talking $3, $4, $5 million, and you're paying just because they only make so many of them. And I mean, everything's carbon fiber. I mean, everything is carbon fiber. I mean, every curve, everything is just all carbon fiber, and you can just see the details. And just like Rev was talking about daily driven exotics the other day, they were showing a guy who rents all those fancy supercars in Las Vegas. He has a Mansory Bugatti, and he just burnt the hell out of them doing 4-wheel drive donuts in a parking lot. You got to change them because you got your first two you're going to change. Then you go for the second set, then you're going to change the whole tire and rim combo or whatever. So you do have to do 2 tire changes. You got to do the rims. So for a Mansory, you got to send it to France. So they got to send it first. They got to send it to Bugatti here. Bugatti's got to ship it to France. Then they got to go and redo the rims, glue the tires, put the tires back on. So it's like $200,000 per set of tires. After every 2 tire changes.
Yeah, and there was one of those dudes on one of those videos. He was doing a burnout in the parking lot. I don't think it was the four-wheel burnout, but it was just burnouts, and he blew the tires on whatever car and had to get it towed because you don't just have a spare or anything like that. And not only when you have one tire go out, now you got to get all 4 new tires. Like you can't just go buy one new tire or like just the rear. It's you got to get all 4, and like Charles said, like after the second set, you got to get all new rims and tires. I didn't know about the shipping it out part, but he
Well,
was
that's just for the Mansory because that's a custom Bugatti. But a regular Bugatti, they do something else. Oh, that's crazy. It's like pro drifters. Pro drifters, every couple laps they do drifting, and those things are $600 to $800 a tire per tire. So every lap, or every 2 or 3 laps they make as a pro drifter is $800 per tire. So you're looking at $3,200 for a set of tires every couple laps, every few laps they make when they do the drifting.
I thought it was bad at $375 a piece for my back tires on my car. That's why I don't constantly do burnouts. I don't have $750 to replace them.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not gay.
I was waiting for you to.
That's funny. Good comeback.
Shots fired.
It's all good.
That's why I thought it was so funny, Jared. Just the way you started it and the way Susie came back at you. Julian just slams it home.
Yeah, I said that earlier. Just drive your old 2016 Mazda 6.
Zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom.
I've always wanted like a late 90s, early 2000 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Just the goofy bubble design that they have. I always thought they were pretty cool.
I've always wanted a 1996 Supra twin turbo. That's what I've always wanted. But of course, I've never had the 50-something thousand dollars from the 1990s on. Since today, they're still 50-something thousand dollars.
Yeah. I think that's one of the cars that have held their value throughout history, right?
Oh yeah.
One of the top ones.
Mm-hmm. And then a lot of that price held in value thanks to Fast and the Furious. Good old Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, it's like that. What is that? The Honda. What is that? S2000.
Mm-hmm.
I think that
Yeah.
thing was in Fast and the Furious, and I didn't want to buy one, but I was just looking through cars, and I noticed that every single one that I found, no matter what shape it was in, it was like 10 grand or more. Like 10 grand for like one interior's all beat to hell. Like the top, it's a convertible, and the top's like all messed up and everything, and it's got like a broken windshield, and it's still 10 grand.
Sure.
Then you find one like perfect, and it's like 18 grand. But the thing's like a 98, 96, you know? You're like, wait, that's 20-year-old car. Wow, why is that like 20 grand?
Because now it's a collector's item.
Because it was in Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. Well, a lot has to do with the Supra when you get it, when you get that J7S twin turbo engine. So that's has a lot to do with it. A lot has to do with the engine. But yep, it's one of the fastest cars I've ever been in. My friends, of course, they were a little bit wealthier than I. When they were driving that, I was probably driving in the 1984 Honda Prelude, I think at the time. So yeah, and
Preludes are pretty good.
I bought all my cars. Nobody's ever bought any car for me. Since I started out at 16. First car, Volkswagen Bug, $900. Auto stick, mind you, which is just a hoot. So you have low first and second, and there's no clutch. It's like an air clutch thing that kind of assists you. But then, Prelude, and I had a Saturn. Most of these all got stolen or wrecked. But that would be the Charles live stream, couple hours to discuss his car history. It is just totally messed up, and you're like, damn, you have some messed up luck with cars. I'm like, yeah, I did.
Which you can find on Sunday nights on Charles's channel, Messed Up Car Stories with Charles.
Exactly. Well, if I did any live stream, I'd do the thing that you think I'm joking, but I'm serious with Jared. The beer and pepper talk with Jared. I'm not joking about that because we could do a whole show on just peppers and beer. But maybe one day. But I mean, hell, right now I'm so damn busy. I mean, like I said, just doing 3 a week. It just, last week was 4. And I was like, damn. I mean, of course, the weather was crap too, so that kind of was all right. But like, I need to get things done around here with just everything else after work. So I don't know how I could be adding any more live streams.
Last week I did roughly 20 hours of live streaming time.
Jeez. And worked at the shop.
And worked at the shop. And worked at home because I have other jobs that I do here too. I work at a house for 2 other jobs. But yeah, Tuesday and Thursday I did 3 hours each night, and then Saturday night I did a 6-hour marathon.
Jeez.
Plus the Monday and Wednesday 3 hours here, and Friday 2 hours. Hour and a half, somewhere right in there. So yeah. So 6 nights a week I'll be streaming.
That's a little too much for me.
Well, I'm trying to get partnership on Twitch, so
Okay.
yeah. And in order to do that, I got to kick it up to 40 hours a month for the next stage.
Okay.
Well, I seen where you went live the other night, and I was assuming, for some reason, I was thinking YouTube. So I kept going back. I'm like, where is the announcement that he went live? Then I seen where you announced it on YouTube, and it said Twitch in the picture. It's like, oh, no, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, because I put the link down in the description.
Yeah.
And if you did it on your phone, then yeah, you might not be able to see it. But yeah, I put a little caption down below, going live at 9 p.m. Central Time tonight, and then I put the Twitch name in there. And it's easy enough. It's just Twitch TV/Yankees50.
Then Jared put down another count of 3 or 4 hours in your week as well.
I guess I didn't. It's not registering in my head what you just said. Say it again, please.
I said Jared registered another 3 or 4 hours that you need to take an account for as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was a good night Friday night.
So and make sure that since Dave's here, everybody tune in on Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern for the Bat and Bear show, where Dave and Batman are going to go shot for shot until both bottles of Tito's is gone. So they're both about the same point.
That's not going to be very much on my end. Well, I don't know. That's probably five. That might be five or six shots. I don't know.
Well, so do you think if you went out and bought some more vodka and threw it in there and let it set, would it be okay by Thursday?
Sure. Oh, were we voting on that?
The vodka would be fine, but you dilute the flavor, so he's going to kill the flavor down to whatever portion it is that he put in. So
yeah, but if we're not going for flavor, we're just going for pure amusement for what Dave use a whole bottle. That would be great.
in this case, I would take a teaspoon of Crimson Blades, put it in a mason jar, fill it with vodka, and let it sit over, a couple of days. Then strain it out and then pour that into the other bottle. That'll be even more.
Yeah. That could work.
Sure. I didn't even hear what it was, but I believe it included more liquor. So yeah, my vote's yeah.
Well, plus, going back to my schedule of last week, I also did a couple of Minecraft episodes over the weekend, plus a couple of taste test videos over the weekend. I've been busy this week.
Did you sleep at all last week?
A couple of nights I only got about 4 hours, and a couple of nights I got as much as 6 hours.
Jeez.
Yeah, I got a little bit of sleep.
Last night, I think I only got like 3 hours because I was up editing like the second longest video I've ever made. I've got to get it in my head whenever I say we need to take a time out for a battery break. That's usually I should have already ended the video by then.
Hey, Jared, I have a couple of questions for you. One is, do you take pictures with your chickens?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
I mean, are you very?
Just let him answer the question. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you take pictures with your chickens, your show chickens?
Like perched on your head or shoulder, or
Or do you hold them, or do you have them on a table next to you where you're holding them so you can show them off? Or I know you don't hang them upside down since they're show chickens, but you don't do that to a show chicken. But
I'm almost guaranteeing that on my phone right now, I have a picture of a chicken when it was, I don't know, like 5 weeks old or whatever, perched on my finger, just sitting there. And I remember when I took the picture, I was like right here, like right in this area. My mom was right next to me looking at me like, what the heck is wrong with this guy?
he has answered yes.
That was the Pretty Little Princess one. The heck was it? The Polish something chicken? The one with the goofy little headdress on the top of its head.
And then the other question is, if you have, I'm not sure what your chickens are, but if you have ayam siami, the Indonesian black chicken, would you eat the chicken since everything on the chicken is all black? Everything, the egg, the meat. Would you freak out about that?
Yeah, the skin, the feathers, the meat, the eggs. I wonder if its eyes are black.
Mind you, there's a $1,500 chicken.
There is a reason to this questioning. A very legitimate reason. That's why he's asking them in this order. So it's not a joke that he's asking these.
That's hilarious. I read Jared's last comment as, you got to Facebook stalk my profile. It's full of chickens, dogs, and beers. And I looked at it again. I'm like, oh, bees. I really thought it was beers.
Well, he does frequent the craft beer breweries and stuff. So
Nice. Dang, you're like the Charles of the chicken world.
But are those 180 regular eggs, not the black chicken eggs?
no.
Oh.
Yeah, how much do their eggs go for?
I don't know.
If you get them to actually take, I think it's
Yeah, I
like,
was just saying, are they meat birds or are they?
yeah, it depends on that, but it's like 35 to $50 a dozen. Something like that. I think that's what I bought them for. I think that was with shipping though too, and that's overnight shipping.
You
Like,
paid $50 for a dozen eggs?
no,
Have
for
it made, Susie.
later, Susie. No, I got a dozen chickens. Like they were hatched, and the day they were hatched, they put them in a little thing and sent them overnight.
I was gonna say, I'm thinking, sitting here going, really? You won't buy bacon, but you'll buy 50 dozen eggs for $50.
No. They were already hatched. I was hoping to
Okay.
get 50 dozen eggs out of these chickens, and that way that would justify, paying all that. But I think like 15 of it was just in shipping.
Okay.
Jared said he wouldn't eat them.
Yeah, I was going to say, getting back to Jared, he says, yeah, black inside and out, and no, I wouldn't eat them. Okay, so your next point for Jared is
I don't know. Well, what's my next point?
the on the shoulder.
I already did that. We've already talked about it, taking pictures.
Okay, then I'll leave it go because I thought you were going to add one more thing.
Are you having Chrome issues too?
Chrome issues?
That's what Paul was saying. Is they're having some kind of Google Chrome issues. Maybe that's why the lag is or something. That's what she just said that.
No, I thought you were going to go one more step forward with a certain image we saw.
Oh no, I'll send it to Jared though.
Okay, that would probably be better.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense though. Got my video uploaded, kicked me off the internet again, Googled about it, and found out it's something about issues with Chrome. I don't know why that would be with Chrome.
Huh.
I don't know. I've never had a problem with a browser that would kick me off the internet. It's usually the internet that got, it was being all touchy and kicked me off the internet. Or the router. The router can be finicky sometimes.
I sell my eggs for $200 a dozen when I sell them. I don't need to have those eggs.
Yeah, but those are show chickens and those are fertilized, right? That'd be worth it in the long run.
Mm-hmm. But
Yeah.
anyway, if we look at the clock,
It's still there.
and I don't see Dave.
He left.
He's still not here.
I did not know he left. Did he just bump? He didn't say goodbye or anything, did he?
Nope.
All right, then he got bumped. But anyway, I think it's time to close this call out. I got some stuff I got to do yet tonight.
Charles P. Find me on Google Plus, YouTube. Have PLC Marketplace. I have some sauces available still, so go check those out. Be here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Thursday, be checking out Bat and Bear Show, seeing Dave and Batman go shot for shot.
And most people know me as Rob Z and ROBB space Z on Pepper Lovers and Google Plus and YouTube. And yeah, make interesting videos. Go watch them. I'm trying to do some taste testing ones lately, so we'll see how those go. And then second channel is Yankees 50 on YouTube and on Twitch. And I play Minecraft. I did a 6-hour marathon live stream Saturday night. I thought it was pretty cool. But yeah, so that's about it for me. Mr. Rev?
I'm still hoping that I could give Paula some help. I don't know. Every time you upload a video, it wants to kick you off. That's weird. I don't know. I've never had that, but I guess if that's what was happening, yeah, I would go to another browser. I guess that makes sense. But don't do what the heck is what's the one, Microsoft?
Internet
Oh,
Explorer.
Internet Explorer. Yeah, don't do that. Try Opera or Safari or anything but that. Anyway, yeah, she said she's gonna do some more googling. So sweet. Hopefully you figure out what's going on with that. Yeah, because that would bug the living heck out of me. But anyway, yeah, kill this live stream. It's 2 minutes shy. I think 2 minutes shy of full 3 hours, so that's good enough.
Yep. And hi, Mark. Bye, Mark. We're just signing off for the evening. Good night to everyone else. Sorry, Rev.
And I'm not sure what Dave's doing. He was here and now he's not. So he was here. He did some shots, some pepper infused vodka, and now he's gone. So I don't know. Go down in the comment section below. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. And if we get enough views, we'll have Dave back on the show. Maybe we'll have somebody else very close to him, like Brian, mix up a bottle of Tito's and drop it off for him. Because, you know, it's illegal to send it to him.
Yeah.
But, yeah, anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. You guys are awesome. And we will catch y'all on the next live stream. So, later.
Later.
See y'all. Bye.